Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is going to be the start of the live streaming coverage of what we have going on here in the Great Lakes region. We do have our first initial storms that have developed here in western Illinois. Currently have one severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Whiteside, Henry, and Bureau counties in Illinois. And that warning is now going to be for ping pong ball sized hail, along with winds up to 60 miles per hour. That's going to be moving east at around 40 miles per hour. It's a pretty stationary looking storm right now. It's heading just to the northeast here at about a pretty slow pace, honestly. The text of the warning does say approximately 30 miles per hour. They just updated that now, so it's actually 30 miles per hour. I'll be heading towards Sterling here in the next couple of minutes, along with a few other towns: Dixon, Morrison, Coletta, Woosung. You guys are all in the path of this storm. We do have some more development down to the south and west towards Davenport we are watching. That is just started to develop, and also down here by Keysburg and Aledo, we do have some more development that's beginning across the western Illinois region. Looking at the wide angle, we do have a pretty clean radar cut in the southern part of Illinois, also Indiana, Michigan, Ohio. You guys are all clear for right now, but the radar will light up later on this evening as storms break through that cap and become severe through the evening. We do have live chasers in the field who are connecting to the stream as well, so we will have that momentarily. We're having some connection issues, so bear with us as we get those people connected. But overall, just the only risk out there right now is going to be for this storm in Illinois. We're getting some really good hail returns here as well between Prophetstown, just to the north of, what was that, Hoople? That's a weird town name, Hoople.
Mm-hmm. You can also check CC or VIL.
Yeah, there's your VIL. Vertically integrated liquid basically shows us the size of raindrops and or hail. So we get these colors that light up the radar here. That it's going to be intense heavy rain, probably hail, more than likely hail if we have these returns here. We have these blacks on radar here. That's pretty intense. Looking at our CC, we do have a pretty good hail core there. Not as defined on CC, but we definitely can see it there for sure.
And this is mainly the only storm in Illinois right now that's actually severe. Again, further development down by Davenport, but this is by far the strongest storm of them all.
Got a question from Lacey asking, what is the outlook for tornadoes for Lafayette and Kokomo? You are in a 5% tornado risk. There is some risk tonight as these storms continue to develop and push your way. So definitely pay attention and heed all warnings that are issued between now and the evening time frame. We expect there to be an increase of coverage here as the evening goes on. And that's going to push north and east towards Michigan, northwest Indiana, and also more development across Indiana and Ohio is expected later tonight on the warm front. So this is just getting started. This is literally your first storm that's just gone up.
I believe this is tracking right for I-80 as well as it moves to the northeast.
Yeah, this town of Sterling and Morrison and Prophetstown especially about to get on some of that hail there. No rotation on radar at this time. It's a pretty elevated storm, it looks like, from the velocity angle. Nothing rotating yet, but there is a potential here for tornadoes as we continue into the evening hours here. So we'll be watching that very closely on our velocities here. And this storm down here by Davenport is also beginning to strengthen here. That pushes in towards LeClaire and Geneseo in Rock Island County. We have one of our chasers here, Caleb. He is on with us. Good evening, Caleb.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
It's going to be an interesting night.
It will be.
Things are going to be a little bit slow for right now, but again, this is going to pick up as we get into the evening. The heaviest of the hail currently is just to the south and to the east of Prophetstown, between Tampico, Linden, and also Hopel. Again, that warning is still for golf ball size hail now, and also 60-mile-per-hour winds.
Careful. For those who are out in this area of Illinois, careful of the Rock River Valley. Not many roads crossing that right now, or crossing that. It's actually I-88, not I-80, through there. That parallels the river. Yeah.
I see a question in regards to a tornado watch here. Now, we do have a tornado watch that is in effect for northern Illinois and also extreme northern Indiana here. And this is going to be the overlay of your watch. So I believe you're asking for Lafayette and Kokomo. So Lafayette is just outside that tornado watch that we see right here. So no tornado watch for you yet, but it is possible we could see that extension further east as the evening goes on. And also Kokomo is included with that as well. So, but the tornado watch currently includes most of northern Illinois and the very far to southern and eastern counties in Wisconsin, Kenosha County, and looks like Walworth County.
Also includes the city of Davenport, Iowa.
Yes. How about Newport, Michigan? So Michigan's threat will be later tonight. We are expecting a line of storms to develop somewhere across the northern Indiana, Ohio area. It's going to push our way towards the, we'll say, 7 to 10 p.m. time frame. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. We just have a new, what is this, a warning? Or is this a, yes,
That's a warning.
It's a new warning pop up now for Rock Island and Henry counties in Illinois. This is also going to include Whiteside County as well. It says a severe thunderstorm is located over Moline, Quad City Airport, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and half-dollar size hail. So now we have two warnings in here. So Caleb, our chaser here, is located over here in Indiana still. He's waiting for these storms to push his way. We do have chasers that are crossing to Illinois currently, so we will have eyes on these storms as the evening goes on.
Yeah, and back on that comment, Ryan, I think the storms right now that are firing now have the best chance on going elevated and becoming hailers as they go north of the warm front and into a more capped environment.
Yeah, it's definitely a concern there. The SPC had mentioned that there could be some tornadic risk there, but the environment is just so capped right now. We'll have to see how it plays out. Caleb has a look there. Where are you at, Caleb?
Rensselaer, Indiana.
Okay, so you're over here in...
I'm in far northwest Indiana.
There you are. So you're basically on the border of Illinois there as well. So, okay, cool.
Yep, waiting on that warm front to lift a little bit and see how these storms progress as they move eastward.
Caleb, Chandler is requesting you in the Zello call, just to let you know.
Okay, I'll try to hop.
Oh, we got a new warning now. Yeah, ask Nick to add you as a user if you're not already on the MSC chat. New warning now for Mercer County in northwestern Illinois. It's going to be again for hail, quarter-size hail, and 60-mile-per-hour wind. So now we have 3 warnings in effect here. It's just starting to pop off for western Illinois. And again, these storms are going to be starting to move to the east-northeast very slowly right now, but these will pick up their pace as the evening goes on.
Oh, I would like to zoom in on that middle cell and check velocity out there.
Let me get my.
I just noticed that it looks like it has an elevated updraft, rotating updraft,
Okay.
above 1.8 degrees.
Yeah, there you go. Something in there. Oh, it's strengthening too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some intense hail. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that cell for sure over Coal Valley. Maybe exhibiting some upper level rotation in it. And again, this is going to be, these warnings are going to affect, again, for a majority here of Western Michigan. Looks like this new warning says it's been canceled at 4:58, or at 4:58. They looks like they canceled that, so I'll be dropping off here shortly. I'm not sure why would they cancel that though.
They'll probably reissue it here in a moment.
Probably. On GR2.
Ryan, I sent
Okay,
you a
there you go.
DM.
Okay. Here, I'll invite you. Hold on. I just sent you the request. See Ivan's one.
Yep.
Okay, you should be getting that.
The severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Henry and northwestern Bureau counties has been upgraded to a severe thunderstorm warning considerable.
Okay. So that is going to be probably for hail, I'm assuming.
Checking really quick.
For some reason, it's not populating.
Yeah.
GR2.
Max hail size 1 3/4 inches. So that'll give your car a couple dents if you drive into that.
Oh, I see. That's the text. The actual text is below it. I see now.
Yeah.
So I got you. So good size hail core here. Gusty winds are also possible with this storm, but overall, your hail core is going to be seen here in these purples and in the blacks there between Prophetstown and Tampico. You guys are going to be in the worst of this. Again, this is moving off to the east-northeast toward Harmon and Sterling. So you guys, if you are in Sterling or Harmon or further downstream, you're in Dixon, Sublette, Ashton, Woosung, you guys need to be inside. And if you are a little bit further out from the storm, I definitely suggest if you have a garage, get your vehicles inside the garages.
If you're driving anywhere along US 6, I-80, I-88, I-280, especially around the Davenport area right now, take your cautionary steps for if you're driving on the highway. Do not park underneath overpasses. Find a place to get off the exit and park in a parking lot. Rather have you do that. You might be asking yourself, why not an overpass if it's hailing? Especially if it is hailing, visibilities come into play. With the warm temperatures and the cold hail, it can get foggy. Someone that's driving along at a reasonable pace on the highway would come up on the bridge or the overpass and run right into you if you're parked right underneath the bridge, especially if you're in a lane. So definitely don't do that. Exit the highway as quick as possible and park at a business.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get a link out here.
Go for it. If anybody has any questions in chat, feel free to drop them. Hit the like and the share button if you would like to. Helps boost the algorithm. Gets more people well aware, especially those who are living in Illinois tonight. We'll be covering this for as long as need be. Ryan, did you cover the question about how the Michigan-Indiana borders could get added to the tornado watch?
I did not.
Okay. There's a possibility that we could see at least a severe thunderstorm watch later tonight. Definitely after sundown for Michigan, Indiana. Greatest time frame for that will be post 9 p.m. through probably 3 a.m. in the morning. And especially for Michigan, the slight risk goes all the way up past 96 in Michigan and extends all the way down south towards Evansville, Indiana. So a very wide range of slight risk tonight if you're looking at the SPC outlook. I would not be surprised if they actually issue a watch here soon for the southern enhanced risk, which also carries a heavy tornado threat and hail threat. And I believe they're supposed to have multiple rounds down there as well. I hear music.
Very faintly.
Yeah, that might get copyrighted.
I doubt it would.
You'd be surprised. You actually would be surprised. Is that your stream or is that my stream? Oh, it's here.
I was gonna say I don't think I have music playing in the background here. I don't hear anything.
I can hear my own neighbors outside. That's great. I guess I'll just do push to talk then.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty warm day outside, so people are probably gonna be more active even indoors. People are in good moods.
Right. Definitely some good lightning tonight, at the very least, if you guys get nothing else. Even if you don't get any rain, with the capping inversion being in place tonight, we could see areas that may not get any rain at all, but nearby thunder, definitely a possibility. A couple severe hail reports coming in there on your radar there, Ryan. I don't know if you want to read those off really quick. Right south of Davenport,
Yeah,
there.
we got a 3/4 inch size hail there near Rock Island, or 1 mile northeast of Moline. We have
On I-280 as well.
yeah, there we have one there at a 1/4 inch size hail there by Oak Grove, and then we also have one further. Oh, I thought we had one further south, but I guess we don't. I'm trying to get Caleb onto the Zello, but the link's not working for him, so apologize. I'm trying to get this set up behind the scenes here.
Do you think Northwest Ohio will get anything? Yes, definitely. Northwest Ohio is on for tonight. Slight risk for them with a 5% tornado risk, 15% hail, 15% wind risk there. So a little less, but it will still be severe. And for Northwest Ohio, you're looking more towards probably 10, 11 p.m. local time there. Maybe later. Depends on how much these are or how slow these are going. John asks, I'm waiting to jump in my truck and chase, but I don't think East Central Indiana is going to see anything. Yeah, we with the SBC kind of making it into two separate zones earlier today. It could split right around you depending on where you are in East Central Indiana. But a lot of daylight and a lot of nighttime left to go for these storms before ultimately we cool way off starting tomorrow morning. Fun fact, there is a winter weather advisory in Michigan right now, and it's 72 degrees. Confuses the locals. Definitely, it looks like maybe like a wet microburst going on there now in Green Rock, Carbon Cliff area, just to the southeast of downtown Davenport. Seen on velocity. Ryan, if you want to switch it over to velocity really quick.
This area?
North. That one.
There we go.
Yeah. This small microburst there going on. Still 2-inch hail. We have DBZ values, which is your rain, of 72.
That is insane.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, dude. That's insane.
I'm going to get some locations here really quick. Trying to read them off. If you live on and along I-88, especially to the west of Davenport, if you know anybody, east of Davenport, if you know anybody along I-88 there, Joslyn, Hillsdale, Erie, Spring Hill, the Illinois 92, Illinois 82 areas, these locations are all going to be impacted by this potentially severe, very severe hail. Considerable impacts felt from that.
Apologize there for the delay there. We're trying to get behind the scenes operations figured out here real quick before we go full in here. But we do have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings here in effect in western Illinois. First one is going to be for the storm producing hail. It's going to be for Whiteside County in western Illinois. And then it's going to be between Prophetstown, Tampico, Lyndon there, heading toward Harmon and Sterling. Good size hail core there. Hail size predicted by radar is just over 1 inch. We got a storm developing to the southwest of that one near Hillsdale. One back here that is warned. Good size hail that is coming out of Kelowna. Hail is approaching 2-inch size according to radar there. And then we have another storm down here by Orion producing a lot of hail. No estimated size on that one. And another warning down here by Aledo, and that's going to be for, again, hail and wind for hail up to about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. So again, guys, this is just getting started. Again, a tornado risk does exist with these storms as they push into the northern part of Illinois. And I'm going to do something here behind the scenes real quick. All right, there's that. Okay, cool. So as these storms move into the tornado watch area, the current watch, again, I'll overlay it for you, is going to be for northern Illinois, as well as extreme northeast Indiana. So these storms are currently in the tornado watch, and that watch extends all the way to the top 3 counties here in northwest Indiana, all the way up into the very far southeast portions of Wisconsin. Also, Davenport, Iowa, as mentioned earlier, is also in that risk as well. So we have Nick with us.
Hello.
Nick.
Hey, nice shirt.
I know, right? Got it from MSC. There's probably going to be a lot of lightning tonight with these storms. In fact, if you can make this out on my radar here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but each individual plus sign here is a lightning strike with these storms. So there's a lot of lightning and a lot of hail with these.
How quickly did these pop up?
Like insanely fast. We went from this storm and then these two just went, there we go. They're both warned. And this storm in particular, check this out. Look at the hail core on this one by Kelowna. If you're in Kelowna or Cleveland right now, Illinois, you are going to get some massive hail. Radar indicating up towards 2-inch size hail. Now, radar estimates aren't always accurate, but it definitely depicts what's going on here. We have some really large hail here. We're trying to get more chasers connected here. We have one in here for Caleb. He's sitting on the Illinois-Indiana border, essentially, waiting for these storms to come to him. And then we also have Drew and Ben out there who are trying to connect as well. So we'll have more in the way of action coming here later this evening. Overall, we have another warning that just popped up here for, go ahead and pop this up. This is going to be for, is it Ogle County or Ogle? Okay, it's Ogle County and Lee County in north central Illinois until 6:45. It's going to be for ping pong ball size hail and also 60-mile-per-hour winds with this storm moving and extending now towards Harmon, Dixon, Ashton, Amboy, Sublette, all the way up towards Rochelle, Stewart, Oregon, and Woosong. You guys are in the path of that storm that was extended. Again, hail is going to be the primary threat with this, but again, with that heavy downdraft, you guys will likely see some gusty winds on the outer flanks of the storm. So winds and hail are going to be your primary threats with this. Again, not seeing much in the way of a tornado threat yet, but there is a threat as we get on into the evening hours. Rotation tracker right now seems pretty subdued, but that can change really fast with these storms. So we'll keep an eye on that for you.
Yeah, I got my radar up too. Keeping an eye on all those.
Okay, cool.
I don't see anything too significant. This the furthest west severe warning over by Joy. Aledo,
yeah, this one.
Aledo. There's some broad rotation there, but nothing that I'm concerned about yet.
Just going to be some upper level mesocyclones here, upper level rotation. Nothing on the ground at this point, or nothing surface based, should I say. But these storms are most likely beginning to rotate in the upper levels. Yeah, there's a rotation in the farthest upper level of the atmosphere there. So
Yeah, it's crazy how fast this took off once the cap broke. We went from 0 warnings to 4 in the matter of, I think it was 20 minutes.
we got more forming down here in Iowa there. So it's
Yeah.
starting. These are going to push off to the east northeast with time. And again, we're expecting additional development along a warm front here in northern Indiana.
Another warning.
Yeah, another warning just popped up. I see that there. But again, additional development into Indiana, Ohio, and southern Michigan is likely into the evening hours. Yeah, we have a lot going on in western Illinois. It went from 0 to nothing real quick.
What are these echo tops looking like? I guess I can look.
1 second. I got you. Highest echo tops near the Harmon area, which is just along I-88, is we're already looking at 33,000 feet, 35,000 feet.
Dang, that's some cold air up there then.
Yeah. Let's go look at CC. These cells all have that look to them.
They do.
So for those who don't know, we're looking at the kind of kidney bean shape backwards, or I guess you could say sideways C looking storms.
Yeah, this one especially. Check this one out, the inflow to this.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Basically, those are your updrafts where the higher up they go, the more spread out to the east and north they get. We see that especially on days like today when the jet streak is roaring along at over 120 knots, I think is what I saw on the forecast earlier today. And I would not be surprised if it's at 120 knots right now. But we still are waiting for, I think, the mid-level jet to kick in as well. That'll help amplify the storms here later tonight.
Okay, I think I muted my mic, so you shouldn't be able to hear me on the chat. Okay.
Have you looked at the differential reflectivity? Viola is red hot. A lot of these are.
Dang. They still look a little elevated, though. I think the cap hasn't eroded completely, especially near the surface.
Right.
We would see a lot more rotation if so, and we're not seeing that right now. But hail risk definitely there. Probably lapse rates. I'm gonna actually go look at the lapse rates now while you're talking.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if the cap is supposed to erode here as the afternoon goes on. I guess the evening now.
Mid-level lapse rates. Oh wow. 8 degrees Celsius consistently per kilometer across all of northern Indiana. We have a spot of 8.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer around Rochelle. So that very front storm, the one that's furthest to the east, heading into Rochelle, there's a little bit of 8.5 there. And for those who don't know, 8.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer, that's the change in temperature over 1 kilometer distance as you get up in the atmosphere. When it cools off rapidly like that, that's when you can get hail, pretty large size. And on top of that, I actually learned this today in my forecasting class. If we have a dry layer below a really steep lapse rate, that helps keep, I guess, hail from, I think it keeps hail like from melting, I guess you could say. That's new knowledge to me. I'm in meteorology program here at Central Michigan University. For those who don't know, we haven't really introduced ourselves. Actually, this is one of our first streams.
I'm Nick.
Yeah, I'm Joel.
You can follow me on X at WXLemons if you want to. I don't post anything.
I post weather and sports stuff. Joel Fritzma. You just look up Joel Fritzma, Fritsma. I'm the only Joel Fritzma in the entire world, so it won't be hard to find me. Unique last name.
I will be right back.
Okay. I need a fork for my food too. So Ryan, it's all you.
He's busy on Zello.
Okay.
Clear sky.
Good evening, Ben,
Clear
Drew, and
skies to our
Connor.
south. Yeah, make sure we get this on the
Southwest.
stream.
Yeah.
Clear skies to our
Only they can hear us there, but they are going to be joining the room here as well very shortly. I'm going to go ahead and add them in here. There we go.
Heard somebody. Who was that? Can you hear me, Ryan? 1, 2, 3, 4.
There you go. You're on. Okay. All right.
That's really pretty right now.
Yeah, it is. Take it live here. Take your full. There we go.
Hello, 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 hello.
That is going to be our walkie-talkie app in the background. Pay no attention to it. It's just our communications. So we got that figured out, and we're ready to rock and roll. Now we got to figure out Ben, Drew, and Connor's.
Are you still over in Rensselaer, Caleb?
That's very loud, Ryan.
No, it's mine. My bad.
Or it's Joel, I don't know.
That's probably me. Well,
Classic Joel.
I've headphones in.
We got to get Ben,
Yeah,
Drew,
I am.
and Connor.
I am on State Road 231, south of McDonald's, in the parking lot right by the road. You can't miss me.
We're gonna go
All
ahead
right.
and-
Do you guys have like a separate headphone that you can plug
Yeah,
into your phone?
I'm going to plug mine in here real quick. Give me one
Yeah, I'm going to
second.
do that too.
Eating some dinner, you guys, I'm just finishing my cold McDonald's french fries.
Now, for those who are going to be under the late night threat tonight, this will definitely happen after sunset for portions of Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, down towards Kentucky as well. You will definitely want to make sure that you have a way to receive warnings tonight. The golden rule is you want to have 2 ways to do that. Just having the siren warn you is not a great start, or a great, like, I guess, primary way, especially in today's day in technology and everything. Number one way would be a weather radio or an app that alerts you anytime of the day, even alerts you when your phone's accidentally on silent. Not sponsored, but I use an app called Emergency by the Red Cross, and it alerts me of tornado warnings even with my phone on silent. Gets the job done. It's similar to your EAS alerts that you get on your iPhone or Samsung.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes.
I beg you to please mute your mic before you put your headset back on.
Sorry. All right. All right. Diving back into some of the radar data here. These storms are exploding over western Illinois. We have hail cores just north of Lamoille. Man, Illinois has some weird names, man. Here's one. Here's Illinois, Ohio, Illinois. There we go. Hail core over Ohio. There's a hail core heading into Sublette. Good size hail between Sterling, Harmon, just north of Tampico. Back here as well for Geneseo, Orion, and also Joslyn. And back here even further, we have a big hail core over Aleo, Joy, Mathersville, and Viola. These storms are moving east northeast at about 30 miles per hour. They all contain hail and wind threats.
Comment from Kelly Marie in Grand Rapids. What could they get? I have a young child that's concerned. Main hazard there tonight will be the hail, followed by the wind, and then the tornado risk being 2%. Hail and wind is 15% for Grand Rapids. I think the hatch does not quite make it there, but we could still see some larger hailstones, probably 1.5 inches at most in Grand Rapids tonight. So if you have a vehicle in the driveway that's not protected, I would say probably put a cover on it if you have one, a pool tarp if you have one, any sort of blanket, and then hold it down, because with the winds coming in, you want to make sure that that blanket stays on your car. So again, if you have like an old car blanket or something, that would probably be the best way to cover your car. And hold it down with maybe some clamps. Or if for whatever reason you have some random bricks from like a garden project, you can put them on your car, but be careful with those. David is in Hillsdale, Michigan. He has his phone and NOAA weather radio ready to go. That is good.
That is good. I hope you guys can't hear that air nailer in the background. Somebody's must be doing the roof.
No, I
in the
can't.
neighborhood. Good.
They're doing the roof before the storm.
Mm-hmm. They said, "Oh crap, we got to get this done. We got to get that insurance money before."
You can throw our pretty faces back up on the screen if you want.
Oh, did I change this? Or...
Yeah, I think
Change the
so.
full screen.
Oh, I did? My bad. I didn't even realize. I did not even realize, guys. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
What is my hair doing? That's the real question, right?
Okay, I think we all have crazy hair today.
Yeah, we do.
I blame a hard hat.
For those who are new here, we like to joke around a lot when the weather's not that crazy. Obviously, when the weather gets crazier, we will start pointing it out. Right now, the main hazards with these 4 different severe thunderstorm warnings is large hail. I'm going to check to see if there's any considerable tags in any of these, and it looks like there's not. So these are just generic severe thunderstorm warnings. Ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds are the leading hazards with these. I don't see any tornado possible tags in any of these as well. So,
Which is good.
yep, tornado threat's still not a factor yet. Again, until that low or that mid-level jet actually kicks in, which won't be until at or after sundown.
And there is a tornado watch in place for areas out here in northern Illinois. That's going to be in effect until I believe it's 10 p.m. Central. So that does extend into the far 2 southeastern counties in Wisconsin and also the very far tip of northwest Indiana.
Yep, 10 p.m. Central. So you got another 4.5 hours in that tornado watch.
So basically what's happening here, as Joel mentioned, there's a rush of moisture and also wind that's down here. It's called a low-level jet, and that's going to kick up here after sundown, and that's going to fuel these storms and potentially may cause some tornadoes and some tornadic activity. So the later on we go, the higher the tornado risk goes with these storms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit surprised they didn't issue a tornado watch over by Kentucky, because they did have that.
They will.
10% down there.
That's a later starting event, and it's
Gotcha.
multiple rounds too tonight. So if you're in Louisville, up to Cincinnati, Evansville, watch out tonight, right there along the Ohio River Valley. That was actually the first 10% of the day that was issued, and then the next update after that added the 10% for East Central Illinois, Northern Illinois.
Yeah, looking at the models today, I was a little bit surprised that they were trending more towards that 10%.
Well, we did get a lot of instability.
We did, yes. Seemed like that sunshine helped.
Yep, which is good because if you think about it, those temperature profiles down at the surface, that red line that you see on the SKUTs is going to be more to the right.
Yeah.
Less of a cap. And it's more cap that negates the convective inhibition. Sorry for those who are all confused. Big meteorology terms, being a meteorology student and all.
Stick around, you might learn something. I don't know.
That is true. You will, actually.
I've learned a lot.
And if you have any questions about what we're talking about, again, just let us know. We're happy to answer any questions that you guys have.
Oh, yeah.
There being a smaller crowd in here right now, can easily answer anything.
Ooh,
The cat-
first tornado warning.
We have a tornado warning.
We have a tornado warning for
All right.
Osco, just north of Osco, heading towards Geneseo. I was looking at the rotation on the velocity scan, and I thought it might look a little fishy. Looks like they're being cautious with this one.
Yeah. It's kind of, it would be brain wrapped if anything there. Let me go switch over to my radar here really quick. I'm not going to put it up on the stream, but I'm going to look for some roads in the area. Why is...
You can if you want to, Joel. Feel free.
Now, hold on. I need to go to this one. Yep. So this is going to be for your I-80 corridor here. So if you are traveling I-80 or if you live along I-80, US 6, Geneseo at Atkinson, Illinois. I'm looking for other places here. It's basically going to be riding right along I-80 here in Western Illinois. Down the road, Anawan and Mineral as well.
It's hard to tell if there actually is one or not with the hail core there.
Yeah, from the Davenport radar, it's not. I don't see anything, at least down at the lower levels. You can definitely see it if you go up to 1.3 degrees. It's definitely tighter in the upper levels. Again, it's not completely rooted yet, but it is something to watch as the night goes on. I'm going to turn on my base roads. Yeah, so...
I see that on the tilt 3.
Sorry, on my laptop, I don't have base roads on because I use a shape file for Michigan only when I'm in Michigan because that's where I'm from. And so I just turn off everything else, and that includes roads. So I had to turn it back on just to see, get my bearings down, I guess you could say. There is definitely something there in Henry County that just came in on our scan here at 2330Z.
Yep, I see that.
Very, very weak, but it looks like it's starting to form a little bit of a tail there. And that would be just south of I-80 and US 6.
Yep, that's heading toward Atkinson right now. Anawan, probably just north of Mineral.
And if you're anywhere in this red box, definitely seek shelter now until the warning has expired.
If you're more anybody who lives there, please share.
I would even say off to the west, you're not safe yet in this box. I know the National Weather Service likes to make the box a little bit larger than expected, but this looks like it's 2 storms in one, and it could hand off into itself back towards the I-280 interchange just south of Cleveland, Illinois. So
yeah, that new scan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, I had it on base velocity. I gotta look at super res. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit on the tight side of things. We'll keep watch on that. So this is going to be crossing, looks like Illinois 82 here in the next probably 3 to 5 minutes, maybe sooner. This is going to be riding along County Road 14 or North 1400th Avenue. There's a place called Hillcrest Home there along I-80 or Illinois 82. It's a nursing home. It looks like a very big one. For those who are local and might know this area better than any of us do. It's always good to give you some pointers as to where exactly this rotation is, because on our maps it doesn't show all that.
I got an idea here. Let me pull up radar. Maybe I can get roads here on this one. We can just kind of switch this over briefly.
Remember, the difference between a watch and a warning is a watch is and ingredients are there for something to eventually happen in the next couple hours. a warning is the ingredients are there and it's happening. And as you can see right now, the tornado warning with the ingredients being all there. And the radar, it's radar indicated for those who don't haven't seen it yet. I'm actually going to read off the tornado warning text just to get some bearings down here where we're at in Western Illinois. It's a Quad Cities tornado warning. It's issued for Central Henry County in Northwest Illinois until 6:15 Central Daylight Time. At 5:28 p.m. Central Standard Time. We haven't reached daylight savings yet. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Morristown or 7 miles northwest of Cambridge. It's moving east at a leisurely pace, 30 miles per hour. Hazard here is a tornado. It's radar indicated, so it is not on the ground. It is, again, radar indicated means rotation is visible on radar, but we do not have any eyes on it. The impacts here, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed if a tornado were to touch down. Damage to roofs, windows, vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations for this. It just had an update. They actually updated the tornado warning. Wow, it just like scrolled on me. They're saying the dangerous storm will be near Geneseo and Atkinson around 5:40 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be the next 5 to 10 minutes here. Includes Interstate 80 in Illinois between mile markers 16 and 35. So that's a 20-mile stretch there in Western Illinois of I-80 that is under the warning. So if you know anybody, any family, any close relatives that may be traveling I-80 tonight, maybe getting home, get back to your families, definitely let them know that the tornado warning is for this area. Although right now it looks like the cell is just to the south of I-80.
For those of you just tuning in with us, this is an out-of-state stream. We just shared it to the Michigan Storm Chasers page. We are covering these storms as they track towards Michigan. This is not for Michigan. This is for Illinois currently. For those of you who just tuned in.
Hello, Tom from Knox, Indiana. I've been to that town before.
Definitely keep an eye on Aledo, Viola, Matherville here soon too.
Yeah, we got these storms here. Really beefy looking storms here moving into northern Illinois here. Hail is going to be a primary risk. And again, these can go tornadic with that tornado watch in effect until 10 p.m. for northern Illinois and also extreme northwest Indiana.
Wow, look at that hook.
Yeah.
Zoom in on that.
So maybe I'm about to cross Highway 82 here momentarily, if not already on Highway 82.
That is what we call a classic inflow notch right there.
Yep, where we have inflow winds going into the storm here. Air comes in around that, forms a hook, a little rotation in there. That is going to be interesting to watch here in the next couple of scans.
It's still hard to see if there's a CC drop with all that hail.
You're probably not going to see one unless it hits something.
No, it's not quite. It's still not tight enough yet.
Something to watch though, as this low-level jet starts kicking in from the south here.
I'm used to Michigan where they warn it as it hits the ground or after it hits the ground.
Right. You got another little bit of a hook back here on a southwestern storm by Aledo, just outside Aledo, moving again northeast at about 30 to 40 miles per hour. We're just getting started with this setup tonight. No, there's going to be more later on tonight. We are expecting additional development along a warm front in Indiana and Ohio, pushing into southeast, or should I say southern Michigan and parts of western Ohio as the evening goes on. But this is the only threat currently that's on our radars for right now.
And looking at yeah, that's what we're seeing.
We know.
Favorable environment still downstream.
How far downstream?
Not too far. It looks once you get over towards. Hold on, let me go to my map. So I actually accurately saying where this is at. So when these storms get to it looks like east of I-39, which is the interstate that goes directly straight down the center of Illinois. I-55, I-57 corridor, for example, all the way south towards St. Louis and Effingham, Illinois. that is going to be your favorable environment right now, although it is still capped. Those storms that are up there in Illinois, in western Illinois right now, will start to move towards that environment. But I believe we might see some separate development downstream here in the next hour or two where it's more favorable, and some locations that we might have to be looking at here soon would be Champaign, Illinois, Tuscola, Mattoon, Effingham, Sullivan, and over towards Decatur and Springfield, where the environment is very primed, I guess you could say right now. For those who are here from Michigan Storm Chasers, we will be streaming on Michigan Storm Chasers later tonight.
Will these tornadoes make it to Michigan? It's a possibility, although it's a very low possibility for right now.
Best
Again,
chance will be south of 94.
Right. And these storms are not the ones that we're kind of concerned about. What we're concerned about is additional storms that are going to develop later on this evening across Indiana and Ohio. So this is just the start of the event. These aren't the storms that we're typically concerned about for right now for Michigan. And that hook just really continues to impress. Wait for the next scan there. Looks like an area of some stronger winds taking place just to the north of Cambridge, moving toward Atkinson.
Almost looks like it's kind of gusting out a little bit already. Looks like the environment is not quite supportive of it being long track.
So we're saying windbag.
Yeah. Very obvious given the strong outbound velocities there in red, as you can see on the velocity radar, but nothing in terms of green. It is still broad rotation, but it does not have the support right now. And
Hey, Ryan, can I interrupt you for a second?
Go for it.
Do you look at the southern cell outside Viola? Look at the inflow tail getting pulled into that. It's getting a donut hole on radar. It's an LP donut hole.
Oh,
That
wow.
includes the meso is starting to drill down past the cap.
You talking west or
That
east
one.
of Viola?
East,
This one
right on county
Yeah.
line between Viola and Woodhall. You're getting an LP donut hole. It's starting to occlude.
Okay. So we may have some
I would watch it over the next two stands if it decides to drill down past the cap or not.
okay, we'll be on
It's an
that.
LP occlusion, yeah.
So some of these storms are beginning to require some rotation with them. And the one behind it looks like it has a little bit of a hook there as well. So we'll keep an eye on these. Again, the better environment for this is further south, but it is continuing to work north. So these southern storms definitely going to be in the best environment for right now. Wouldn't be shocked to see that go warned either.
Yeah, I'm kind of expecting it to here within the next few scans.
For those who are wondering where the status is going to be western and central Illinois at this current time. Again, this is what we expected. Slightly early development. A couple model runs earlier last night. Over the past couple days, actually had development a lot later. But the environment today was very favorable, with the instability cranking very early this morning. And those surface temperatures got a lot warmer than expected. And when you have warmer surface temperatures, it helps break that cap.
Yeah, Don, this is all in Illinois right now.
Yeah, again, this is going to be out-of-state coverage for right now. We will hop on Michigan Storm Chasers when these storms, or when any storm is going to be threatening to Michigan. Right now, we're just kind of doing out-of-state operations.
Mm-hmm. We might have to split if it's everywhere at the same time.
Looking at the HRRR model, these storms are going to move across the lake about the same time. We're going to have that warm front activity, and there's a lull basically until later on in the evening. So I think we'll be good to switch once these storms go over Lake Michigan.
Gotcha.
That's the plan anyway. So again, we do have chasers who are out in the field. We do have Caleb here in the border of Indiana, Illinois for later tonight. Chandler and Alex are also around that same area. We do have Ben, Drew, and Connor out chasing as well.
See a spotter network report of a funnel cloud 3 miles east northeast of Lamole.
Oh, that was that tough one
Illinois.
we had.
Hmm?
That was the one we had a tough time pronouncing before you got on. We have a new tornado warning now.
Yeah, I see it.
For that storm that we were just highlighting right there. That
Yep.
would be Windsor, Illinois. And this is going to be, again, back-to-back tornado warnings. Right over Alpha, Illinois. I'm going to scroll up to the map, get some other locations here. Alpha. So this is going to be Illinois 17. Alpha in Woodhull.
Your air rotation's just to the north of Windsor while he's finding that. Moving off to the east, northeast towards some areas here. We're going to take like a full screen, should I say. That's going to be moving towards Ophium, Alpha, Windsor, going to cross Highway 70 here, Highway 150 toward Andover, and toward Cambridge. There's also going to be Woodhull in the path, but again, I think that's going to go a little bit further north. Looks like it's moving pretty much due east with a little bit of a north track. So between Woodhull and Andover, it's going to cross Highway 74. There is some better rotation on this storm than the one up to the north has for right now. This one does appear currently to be a little bit more of a wind dominant storm. This one does have a little bit more in the way of rotation. And again, this is going to be a tornado warning. This is going to be for
Mercer and Henry.
There we go. Until 6:30 Central Time. Then again, it's going to be for ping pong ball size hail, and a potential tornado is likely, or a potential tornado is possible there. The one behind that would be worth watching too.
Yeah.
No rotation with that one just yet, but it does have that look to it.
It's got the look.
Yes, we do have chasers on the ground. They're just not this far to the west yet because they're going to be covering more so northwest Indiana and also southern Michigan. Man, look at that hook on this other storm, though.
Yeah. These storms starting to get more surface dominated here.
Yep.
Just got a hail report out of that storm of 0.88 inches.
We're going to watch this really closely.
I believe that is egg sized.
Egg sized.
Hen egg size or something like that.
There we go. Turn on spotter reports.
Oh yeah, Theta E advection is advecting right into that line right now.
So these storms are either going to go nuts here. We're about to find out what the system is going to be doing here probably in the next hour or so. Those better ingredients are coming out. When we say break the cap, is that a good thing or bad weather, or a good thing that bad weather doesn't happen? So when the cap breaks, that is a bad thing for severe weather, or not.
Depends on how you look at it.
Let's reword that. Okay?
Depends on how you look at it.
It's good for me, Ryan.
If you want severe weather, you want the cap to break. If you don't want severe weather, you want the cap to hold.
Perfect.
A little bit further north here, there's a pretty big, sizable severe thunderstorm warning that has now been extended even further towards the west suburb of Chicago, towards Paw Paw, Amboy, Dixon. Again, this is going to be primarily for hail and also winds up to 60 miles per hour. And that's a pretty, what we call a chunk of a storm just in the south of Rochelle here in northern Illinois. And again, that's going to be moving into the Chicago metro area and they're going to cross Lake Michigan here towards West Michigan in the next coming hours. 2 tornado warnings still in effect down here. And look at, holy cow, look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody put that on a t-shirt.
Oh, my goodness. This is becoming a little more concerning here for western Illinois.
He's starting to drill down and see that.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna try fixing that?
I think we have Drew and Ben back with us, or
We hear him. I'm gonna go look at the Davenport sounding right now. Actually,
okay.
oh, that's terrible.
They're right beside the truck. You probably hear them from my mic.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Are they trying to fix their stream? Do you know?
Yeah, Ben's trying to fix it.
Okay,
Fix it
gotcha.
right
Check this out by Atkinson here. We may have something trying to form here next couple scans here.
Yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on it. They might update this tornado warning again here soon.
Area of a bit more concern here, just to the south of Atkinson. See if we can get some roads here. This is going to be. Come on. Where's the road name? All right. Well, no road names there, but if you're living in Atkinson or anywhere near Atkinson, just to the south here, you guys are be on alert here for a potential bit of rotation coming your way. It's going to be just to the south of I-80 here in West Illinois, heading towards the Anawan area, Mineral area, and then the Hoopole area in the next couple of minutes. Moving pretty much due east at this point with just a bit of a northward jog. Is the cap holding over southern Michigan? Currently, it is. But again, we expect that to weaken as we get into the evening hours. And again, we'll be live over on Michigan Storm Chasers when these storms or when any storms are threatening to the state. So no worries with that.
Yeah, that other storm's got a nasty hook on it too.
Jeez.
They both have nasty hooks.
This one looks more visibly concerning here, especially with that latest velocity.
Oh yeah.
When you get these little bulges here and we have a little bit more of a return coming in, that's going to be a potential area there. So watching both these storms closely. And again, tornado watch is in effect for northern Illinois until 10 p.m. Central Time. That may get extended further to the east. We just don't know yet. Overall synopsis and overall look of these storms continues to be mainly a hail threat. But again, we're starting to see tornadic activity pick up.
They just trimmed that tornado warning a little bit.
Okay. And still radar indicated hail.
The southern one?
Northern
one. They trimmed it?
They trimmed it to the east. So
yeah. Yeah, that just looks like this is a classic supercell here.
Yeah. If anyone that's viewing right now has anybody that lives in Illinois tonight, especially northern, central, and eastern Illinois, I would definitely share the stream with them. It looks like our tornado warning there on the south just got trimmed a little bit as well.
Yes, it did. Still radar indicated, and it's 1.5-inch hail as well, along with that tornado warning. Yeah. So when you're looking at this type of radar here, the greens and the reds are wind velocities. When they meet like this, that is a little bit of rotation we're watching. Not very strong. We want to see more like a brighter color if we want to see more rotation present. But when they do meet like that, it does draw some concern. Up here does have a little bit. Yeah, it's. I don't know. What do you think about this storm by Atkinson, Joel? It looks like it's trying.
That will be the one to go.
Yeah.
It's a lot closer to the more favorable environment right now. Granted that our low-level jet is still not kicked in fully. It only takes a little bit. I'm actually going to share my radar because
Go for it.
it looks really intense on mine for some reason.
Does it?
Yeah.
I can change
That
my
new
color.
scan looks nuts.
There you go. See if you can see that.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on radar scope too.
Let me see if I can switch my velocity. Do you know what color table you have for your velocity?
No, hold on, let me check. Color table settings. Change. It is something called, if it ever loads, it's gonna be.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That new.
All these hooks and hail.
Yeah, it's gonna do something here in the next couple of scans.
I
The
think
one
it's.
down by Viola is doing something. Might be doing something here too by Alpha and Windsor.
I think it's called Force Velo Pal. I don't know where I got it from.
Okay.
Problem is there's nobody on these storms.
There's one person on the Atkinson storm, Hunter May. Okay.
Who's in the hail core?
Huh?
He's in the hail core too.
Well, if
Check
you
out
look at this, the Atkinson storm's getting ready to cycle. See how that.
We're gonna mute Caleb for a minute. That Atkinson storm is really tightening up there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have something here. If you're at Anawan, Mineral, Sheffield, downstream from this New Bedford, Manlius, you guys need to be in your safe place. We do have a storm with intensifying rotation with it. That's going to be moving more so
Good
towards
CG spike.
This is for Illinois currently. This is out of state. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say there's a new mesoscale discussion that just came out for southeastern Illinois. So that would be our Terre Haute, Indiana, Charleston, Effingham, Onley, Mount Vernon, Vandalia. And that's going to be along the dry line there in southeastern Illinois. Isolated convective development possible, using supercells capable, all hazards possible. And that's where I was saying earlier where the most favorable environment is right now. Wow, that
new scan.
This is going to go nuts.
This is an entire supercell that's about almost half a county wide at this point. If you know anyone on I-80, or if you're listening from I-80 for whatever reason, you need to be getting out of its way, finding shelter right now. Anawan, you are in the immediate threat or impact by this storm. We might see, given how closely wrapped that is, it could be multiple little areas of rotation within the storm.
Yeah, this is.
We have another tornado warning. Yes, third tornado warning up near Rochelle. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one is too. This is about to go nuts here.
We actually just have we now have a confirmed tornado warning.
That's gonna be for Atkinson. Like we've been saying there, we have an observed tornado by a storm spotter. It does say that confirmed tornado was located over or near Atkinson or 10 miles northwest of Keweenaw. And this is going to be for northwestern Illinois. Damaging tornado and golf ball size hail. Weather spotters have confirmed there is a tornado on the ground in western Illinois, just to the south of Atkinson here, somewhere just south of I-80.
Wow.
Yep, this is a very dangerous evening across northern Illinois. Again, that risk will extend further to the east as the evening goes on. We do have a second or a third, should I say, tornado warning up here by Rochelle. Checking that out really quickly. This area of rotation, I'm assuming it's right here, just to the north of Sublet, Compton. Got nothing too incredibly tight with that just yet, but again, it's a pretty good mesocyclone there, which could produce a tornado. Easily see why they warned that. And that goes until 7:45, it looks like. 7:45 Central Time. Or 6:45 Central Time, sorry.
Yeah, so we have 3 tornado warnings right now, so we're going to be going back and forth. Wow, this is a classic.
Yeah, that's
you saw that radar scan from many feet up. That's an entire supercell right there.
It's riding just south of I-80 here, heading towards the town of Anawan. And then past Anawan, it's going to be just probably to the north of Mineral, if not in Mineral. And then Manlius, New Bedford, you guys are all in the path of this right along I-80 here. It's going to cross I-80 pretty much between Anawan and Mineral, we're going to assume here, with the next about 5 to 10 minutes. So if you know anybody who is in Illinois in this severe risk right now, go ahead and give them a heads up. This is going to be an interesting next couple of hours for the Great Lakes region. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Safest place in the gas station will probably be the beer cooler.
Just away from any glass.
Yep, interior room.
This hook is pretty much as classic of a supercell as you can get. And there is a chaser right on that hook.
Yeah, that's Hunter May.
I wonder if he has Twitter. I wonder if anybody's getting...
They do have Twitter. They've got all their stuff on SpotterNetwork.
What's his at?
WX_Hunter901.
This is northwestern Illinois. For those of you watching.
Yeah, he has a view of it. The good funnel cloud there. But that was as of 13 minutes ago.
I'm really curious on what's going on with this West Brooklyn Compton one up north.
Oh man, that's getting even tighter, dude.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very close to I-80 here in the next minute or two. I think it's heading.
Right.
It's almost like it's occluding to the north a little bit.
Yeah, if it can miss Anawan, that's the most populated area here. We see it's a little bit of a town.
It's hard to tell with all the clear air in that area if this is actually still on the ground or not.
657 scan. Let's go ahead and overlay the correlation coefficient. This is 652. So this is not lining up at all. The correlation coefficient.
This is yeah. If you're in Anawan right now, you'd be taking shelter immediately.
And again, for all the people joining us, this is for Illinois.
Yep.
We will be live on Michigan Storm Chasers when these storms affect Michigan. Again, so your area of rotation is just off to the south and east of Atkinson, just to the west of Anawan, moving to the east northeast at about 35 miles per hour.
This is what it looks like on my color table.
Yeah, radar scope makes it look worse.
Look at it on mine. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at it on mine.
Yeah, that's the newest scan.
This is likely.
I just got it.
This is going to be likely on the ground here in the next minute or two. CC still not showing anything, but again, there's a chaser right there, Hunter May, who's on it, and he probably reported to the National Weather Service he has a tornado on the ground. So I would believe him more than anything else right now. So if you're on I-80 US 6 near Anawan, you need to be taking shelter immediately. This is a tornado on the ground potentially.
Thought about giving him a call. His phone number's on there.
I wouldn't do it.
No.
Yeah, for those who are curious about his Twitter account, it's WX_Hunter901.
Please don't bombard him with questions.
Yeah,
just
do not
see what he's posted.
In his bio, he said he's seen one tornado all time. Well, it looks like it'll be two after tonight.
Melissa, we do not see a debris ball at this time. CC or correlation coefficient has not dropped, at least on the scans yet. There's a lot of clear air surrounding this.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find a debris ball. Plus with the hail.
This is going to probably occlude pretty quickly here. So what's going to happen is it looks like it's going through its dying stages of tornadogenesis. So it'll probably be on the ground here. If it's not right now, it'll be on the ground in the next frame, and then it'll be on the ground for maybe 2 more frames. Yeah, that's very tight.
Yeah.
It looks like this is on the ground. I'm not. It's
so hard to tell.
It's so hard to tell, but it's.
But you got to treat it like it is.
Yeah. And National Weather Service has a confirmed tornado on the ground. There's a spotter right there. So with that being said, you should take this seriously. Any tornado warnings, even if it's radar indicated, you should always be taking seriously. Well, this is our number 1 supercell right now, in between a line of supercells that are now lining up and heading towards the Chicago Metro. We have a TVS now on this. It looks like this might be on the ground.
Yeah, go ahead and say it is. Can you line the CC up with velocity?
Give me a sec. Yeah, I would say that's probably on the ground. It's crossing I-80 right now.
Yeah, that's on the ground. That's a pretty clear cut, I'd say.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just literally crossing Route 6, just to the south of I-80 to the west of Anawan. About to cross Highway 78, just north of Mineral.
Yeah. Our tornado warning for Andover and Cambridge has just been canceled.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Rotation is weakened on that.
The storm up by Rochelle is strengthening as well.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on that one while you guys are talking about it.
You can see it. I mean, this is far away radar, but you can kind of see the rotation in that as well. Right near west of Brooklyn, heading towards Compton and Scarborough. There's actually, it looks like multiple areas here. So this could be like a line of rotating cells here in the next 30 minutes.
New warning just got extended to the east. It says confirmed tornado, damaging tornado weather spotters have confirmed.
Okay, there you go.
For Atkinson.
Sheffield, Anawan, Mineral around 6:05 Central, Manlius and New Bedford, 6:15 Central.
Take a look at that.
Wow. Yeah, that's on the ground.
So this is our inflow shear 65 knots, or outflow is 65 knots. Inflow is going to be 41 knots. So combine the two numbers, that's going to be about 105 knots, which is equivalent to about 110 or 15 miles per hour, I think.
It's on the ground over I-80 right now. Take mine really quick. I have a good look at it.
There you go.
So there's I-80, the red interstate there in rotation. It's pretty much directly over I-80, crossing I-80. Looks like it's going to miss Anawan just to the north. But again, this is going to be over the interstate, a very highly traveled interstate in northwestern Illinois. And again, that is going to be a pretty clear-cut tornado on the ground. Weather spotters have confirmed. Again, it's really hard to make out the debris ball, but for right now, the velocity is very, very tight, as we can see with our greens and reds that are meeting here, moving off to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour.
Reed Timmer's over by Compton right now. He just got a really good picture of a funnel cloud.
Oh my!
That's up by Rochelle.
I see a new spotter report
Check that out.
of a
It's
tornado.
directly over I-80 right now. It's about to cross Highway 70. Man, that's just insane. For those of you asking about Michigan's threat tonight, we are still monitoring that threat. We will be live on Michigan Storm Chasers later. These storms are currently affecting northern Illinois. We are watching to our south in Indiana and Ohio. We are watching the development of potential storms later on this evening. Between now and 10 p.m., we're expecting to fire up and move our way. So we will switch over when the time comes.
Mesoscale discussion concerning the tornado watch in northern Illinois right now. I'm going to take a look at it. This is what they have to say at the Storm Prediction Center. Severe weather threat for the tornado watch continues. The summary: severe thunderstorm clusters, including supercells with the possibility for tornadoes, will spread and develop east towards southern Lake Michigan over the next several hours. Discussion for that: secondary surface low appears to be evolving along the front over southeast Iowa and northwest Illinois. Multi-factored corridor of low-level convergent arcs east from this feature across northern Illinois. Over the last few hours, significant boundary layer moistening has advanced as far north as Rockford, Illinois, which is just north of Rochelle, for those who don't know. Surface dew points there are now in the lower 50s. Over the next few hours, low-level flow may back slightly downstream and advance to the low. This should aid convergence along the warm front, currently draped from Henry, LaSalle, Iroquois County, Illinois, which is, I believe, our southern tornado warning right now. So there you go. That warm front is the play right now, and that warm front does extend into Michigan. Wow, that is a really tight couplet.
It is.
It is insane on mine. I don't know if you have mine live or not, but
I can have yours live in 2 seconds. Oof, there you go.
Yeah. I'm glad I got this color table because it really tells you where it's the most intense.
I need to switch mine. Might have a break here.
Yeah. We do have up here in Rochelle, there's a severe thunderstorm warning that's now considerable. I believe it's probably for the hail. Yeah, 1.75 inches. So on top of the tornado risk, just south of Rochelle and Stewart and Pawpaw, you got hail. I don't have it. I don't know if you want to go take a look at the K-Lot radar, Ryan.
Give me 1 second. I'm looking at updated models.
Okay.
For tonight.
How large is that tornado that's on the ground? We don't know for sure. And we won't know until after the event is over. We did look at the gate-to-gate shear, estimated 60 mile per hour outbound, 40 mile per hour inbound, which would be equivalent to 100 mile per hour winds, which puts it somewhere EF1, maybe EF2, just based off the winds.
Trying to get a latest updated ARRR model to load, but it's not for some reason letting me do it.
I'm trying to get a traffic camera.
Compton, Illinois, another report from a guy named Sam Dienst. Funnel cloud there. See it on Twitter.
Somebody reported a tornado there.
A tornado?
Mm-hmm. They said it was a.
I see an 1.5 inch size hail.
Says small white cone tornado a few miles to my northwest, approaching darkness, makes it just exactly how far. Okay, not a very good, not a very good report.
See, I don't see that on.
It's on Spotter Network.
I have Spotter Network on.
It's just west of Sublet.
So do I, Joel. I'm not getting reports either on my end.
Yeah, I don't see it, and I have the tornado report from Atkinson on here, but I don't have that one. It looks like this storm now again, as it turns straight north, it means it's occluding. So this tornado will probably be gone in the next couple scans, and it'll look to hand off to maybe a separate rotation within its own cell here, maybe along I-80 here. I need to look at reflectivity, see what it's looking like. Wow, okay. Yeah, I could definitely hand off. Hail, big threat right now in that storm. Did you want to take K-Lot yet, Ryan, or are you still busy? Oh, he's busy. Okay.
Let's try to.
Ryan.
They do not have a good traffic cam network in Illinois like Michigan does.
Okay. Sorry, I meant Nick.
What?
You want to get K-Lot?
K-Lot.
That way I don't. Yeah, the radar from the Chicago area. It is so I don't have to switch it.
Can, yeah. Fine, I guess so.
I mean, I will if need be, but
No, I got it. Here, let me switch to K-Lot.
K-Lot photographed in the last 10 minutes. Low-level jet is starting to kick in.
Excuse me, Avast. Would you please go away? I want all the viruses, not your service. Yeah, you don't see these 3 reports right here?
I don't.
Hmm.
And they might be on MPing.
It says Spotter Network.
Hmm.
Spotter Network storm reports provided by spotternetwork.org.
Gotcha. Illinois is waiting to see if it will hit us. Yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that here soon as it heads towards Chicago Metro. Battle Creek will be later tonight. Michigan. Again, this is just Illinois right now for those who are tuning in. We shared this with Michigan Storm Chasers. This is just a heads up for what's coming. Again, we have it's 2 tornado warnings right now. I guess you could say 3 because one has 2 tornado warnings on it.
Yep.
These cells are moving pretty slow in Illinois, at least for the time being. 30 to 40 miles per hour is the speed there. Next up will be Indiana and Michigan later tonight.
Way slower than.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Checking in. Pretty rapid development. Took no time on those warnings, that's for sure. Yeah, really within 30 minutes of the cap breaking, they were all coming up. We're still staging in Rensselaer, Indiana, south of town here. We're watching mesoanalysis. The dry line and warm front and moisture nose is still off to our south. We're waiting to see if we're going to get storm development on that. We're just staging here momentarily.
And
getting ready to hop on to see what the 850 millibars doing and 500 millibars doing to see what our bulk shear is at and if our 850 millibar LOJ is kicked in yet. We're in the same boat as you guys. We're just southwest of Monon right now. Nick and Alex are here, so.
Again, you are hearing the live voices of our storm chasers in eastern Illinois.
I really want to see the 850 millibar winds kick up a little bit and try to break the surface cap because your moisture plume is just to the south. I mean, you got warm front or dew points over 60 down there. I want to see a storms of fire there on the nose of that. Yeah, we're planning on giving it until about 8 or 8:30. Worst case scenario, we blast north and watch those storms come over the big lake. Is what it is.
Yeah, so they're talking about the low level jet right now that hasn't quite kicked in yet. Needed to break the cap completely. You can see it's starting to break in spots.
On those storms that are fired now, as soon as they hit Lake Michigan, that's gonna shoot those LCLs up, and they're gonna become elevated hailers as they cross the lake.
Joel, quick side note. There's a lightning indicator just north of Niles. Michigan for some really weird reason.
Huh.
Yeah, huh.
Did you guys see that mesoscale discussion said that the tornado threat's actually increasing a little bit over there? So Chris and I are in the watch now. I'm not sure how far west we're going, but we're going to catch this line. Okay, 10-4. I think it'll definitely ramp up if the mesos are able to drill down past the inversion when that LOJ kicks in.
Tornado warning observed continues for the I-80 corridor to the east of Anawan.
We're currently sitting on 231 south of Rensselaer.
This is still definitely on the ground, I would have to imagine. Yeah.
Which one are you looking at, Joel?
Southern one.
Chris and I are almost on I-80. We're on 94 right now, about to get to I-80 in 20 miles or so.
For those who want the link to Zello to hear it for themselves, we do have it posted on over at Michigan Storm Chasers for later tonight. That way you can hear all our communications more clearly than instead of through my phone and the microphone.
And we don't talk on it all the time, so it runs in the background on your phone, so don't let it scare you.
Yeah.
I've gotten scared a few times.
Mm-hmm. I've been eating my Chipotle for the past hour here.
Cold Chipotle.
Oh, well. I was supposed to get a burrito, and I got a freaking bowl.
Rip. I've never had Chipotle.
Yeah.
I've always been a Qdoba guy. Not even really.
This is really off topic, but I didn't like Chipotle up until about a year ago.
Man. Here we are. We got tornado warnings, and we get talking about Chipotle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this tornado is going through its dying stages of tornadogenesis just to the north of Mineral. As you can see here, it's like we said, when it turns to the north like that, that's when you know it's cycling or dying. And the overall look on this just doesn't look as good as it did here about 15 minutes ago. As you can see, we back it up. That hook was very pronounced, and then it kind of just wrapped into itself, spun up, and is now spinning down. If that makes any sense. Very broad rotation up here and still near Scarborough, Compton, where they had a brief tornado touchdown, I believe. Tornado warning now for the I-80 corridor is now only radar indicated. So again, when we saw that occlusion, which is just taking place right now, the rotation is still there, and it is believed that the rotation is just elevated, and thus they knocked it down one. Tornado warning still in effect, so you should be taking shelter, especially if you're in New Bedford, which is where this is occluding towards. It's not inside the box, but you should definitely be taking shelter right now. Again, for those who rely on the sirens, the main reason why you should not rely on the sirens only is because they are not set off by the National Weather Service offices. They are independently run by county or by city, and they are just turned on if someone is there volunteering for them. So again, you will definitely want to have a way to be notified either weather radio on your phone, social media like through Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network, Michigan Storm Chaser Network, or Michigan Storm Chasers, Indiana Storm Chasers, any of the storm chasing pages that are in the Great Lakes region tonight. Yeah, main risk for Michigan will be after 8 or 9 tonight. These storms are moving quite slow, so it'll be probably closer to 9 and later, especially for Southwest Michigan.
Just had Ryan materialize back in. Like something out of Star Trek. Still a good hook on that storm.
Yeah. Go to Ryan's or yours, Nick.
According to a weather spotter, as of 7:18 current time or 6:18 Central Time, funnel cloud 4 miles southwest of Paw Paw, Illinois, as of 6:18.
There you go.
So the storm right here. You already got it. Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm in control again. Hee 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 hee.
Yep.
Yep, there's another funnel cloud reported. Halfway down.
So that storm over by Davenport weekend, or not Davenport, but Atkinson.
Yeah, this one says funnel approximately halfway down, 4 to 5 miles west northwest of this location. Funnel is roping out now.
Yeah, favorable environment is definitely once it crosses the border into Indiana. So this night is far from over. Especially Shear. Shear is going to be south of the border. We're still going to have good lapse rates north into Michigan, but Indiana is definitely going to be under the gun here, probably by 9 o'clock tonight, especially for a chance for some tornadoes.
It's getting dark over by Caleb.
Yeah, guys, we are in Illinois only right now. There's nothing else going on.
Yes, Michigan threat is later tonight. In fact, if you want to take my radar really quick, I can go over a few things here.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at forecasted models, okay, for those of you watching. So we have a few things we're watching in terms of storm development and storm coverage. Number one being the latest model does have these storms developing a little bit later. This is 10 p.m. at this time frame right here. We don't see much in the way of coverage on the eastern part of Michigan until we get closer to the midnight, 11 o'clock-ish time frame as this moves through the state. So these storms are still moving through into the state here in the next couple of hours into Michigan, northwest Indiana, as well as northern Indiana, northwest Ohio. But Michigan's threat will be later tonight, probably closer to the 11 to midnight time frame. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and say after 10 p.m. I think we'll see our first arrival of storms. Again, this is going to be this model in particular is right around 10 p.m. here. And I lost my there we go. This is 10 p.m. There's 11. There's midnight. And there is 1 in the morning. So a little bit later on, yes, it might be more northerly oriented than we thought. But again, storms are still expected in Michigan later on this evening. Back over here into northern Illinois. We did have a funnel report out of this storm just to the south of Rochelle. It looks like it's since weekend. This looks like it's trying to gain some strength again. Nothing too tight, but we'll keep an eye on that. The storm that did produce a tornado back here near Sheffield. What was that town? Anawan. Looks like it has weakened a little bit as well. That continues off to the east-northeast. In fact, the rotation on that is pretty much gone, which is great news on that. The radar indicated for a tornado, but it looks like nothing's going on with that for right now. So we're going to go ahead and shift our focus over here more so toward northern Illinois. And again, not much going on for right now. We do have a couple tornado warnings, but again, nothing is confirmed. We did have a funnel cloud just near Paw Paw, Illinois in this storm. But again, this is, it was weakening. And overall rotation does appear to be weakening at this point. But again, that could change at any point with these storms. So we're going to watch this closely.
It's a classic embedded supercell line right there, heading up I-88.
Yes, it is.
And I was looking at the loop of the past hour. It's like spinning in on itself. So I believe that's right where they were saying the low is at. So that big cluster right there in I-39, I-88 near DeKalb is basically your center of your low, and that has some extra forcing with it. Some crazy things can happen in there, so we will definitely have to watch the center of that low as it heads towards Evanston and the Chicago area later tonight. And then once it crosses Lake Michigan, you guys heard earlier that with the cold temperatures on the lake, it's going to make the storm more elevated and greater chance for some hail to develop from that. I don't believe this is this on the ground again?
Third tornado warning up north.
Where at?
Just north of Waterman.
Okay, that's you right now, right? Oh yeah, that's tight.
No, I was gonna, when Ryan was explaining some things, I was gonna say that one looks a little sus.
Yeah.
This is just radar indicated though. There are people close to there I saw, so maybe they have eyes on it.
So the area of rotation of interest here, just to the south of Afton Center, to the north of Waterman, going to cross Highway 23 here momentarily, south of Route 7, south of Route 9 there. Moving in toward the Caneville area and across I-88 there toward Troxel. Again, some rotation being picked up on radar. That's going to be radar indicated only, and hail is not a concern yet with this storm.
What are we talking about being fudged by a Chipotle bowl for?
I don't know. It was your Chipotle story.
Oh, yeah. I think the Michigan storms will stay capped. There's a lesser threat that they'll stay capped south of 94. It might be more stable, more capped up here towards Grand Rapids, Muskegon, Holland area. It's tough to say. We got to wait for more meso analysis to come out. Again, this is kind of like a nowcast event because of the uncertainty of the cap being in place. It definitely eroded a lot sooner than expected today due to the surface heating that we got, the intense surface heating that we got this morning with pretty much sunshine all day for most of the Great Lakes region, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan. So far, how many tornadoes have there been? 2. I believe we've had at least one near Atkinson. And then the one up by Paw Paw, I believe, was on the ground. But, sorry, excuse me. It's not reporting on Spotter Network. It's just on Nick's Spotter Network for whatever reason.
Disappear your Spotter Network.
Yeah. Again, for those who keep asking about Michigan, this is Illinois only right now. Michigan will be after 8:30 tonight, so probably want to start looking at Michigan. These storms will start getting on the lake here soon. Potentially upstream development along the warm front by 8:30, 9 o'clock. I will say we did have the stream supposed to be starting here at 7:30 for Michigan Storm Chasers. We will probably postpone that a little bit later, seeing that it is starting later. It is completely dark out in Michigan right now.
Yeah, I just noticed that myself.
This is going to be an all nighttime event. Wow. Looking at the lightning for this supercell complex here to the southeast of Rochelle, riding I-88, there's a ton of lightning, especially right where that new tornado warning is at, north of Waterman. That is a very intense storm. And then also back here, I'm not using the radar on the stream right now, but back towards Scarborough. It's covered by the line. So we have 3 tornado warnings in that complex right now, south of Rochelle. And then we still have the one back here near New Bedford, Illinois, that is riding I-80 to the north. And that'll head up towards Walnut here probably in the next 10 minutes, which will probably be seeing some severe hail. I hear a train.
Choo-choo.
I'm guessing that's probably here in Mount Pleasant. All right, I'm going to go to K-Lot radar because...
I'm on K-Lot right now.
Yeah, I'm on my PC. There's so much lightning.
Yeah.
Like it's unreal how much lightning is on the radar that you can't even see like the colors that it's so covered. You can't. I mean, if you had to see my PC radar right now, it's crazy. Wait, is it on my laptop one too? I don't have lightning on here. Wait, I do. It's not updating. Probably for a good reason though. Yeah, we'll switch. It still says tornado on the ground for Manlius, but there's
tornado
no
warning just got updated somewhere.
Which one would that be
It's
for?
radar indicated on mine for Manlius.
Yeah.
This is in Shabana, Waterman, Hickney.
Yeah.
It overlaps the other one.
That's that front one.
That Pawpaw one.
Yep. And back to a quick note about the lightning. Again, with this jet overhead, these anvils are going to be getting sheared off very far in front of the storm. You're talking maybe 50 to 100 miles out in front of the storm. So these storms that will eventually be in Chicago, you could be having lightning as far away as probably Berrien County, Michigan in the next hour or two. Storm and Waterman has definitely got my eye right now. It's like almost a double hook. And all these tornado warnings are radar indicated. There's nothing on the ground at this current time. We are watching it closely. Watching it closely as in there's so much lightning on top of it that it's hard to see it. Someone just typed in the chat, we can see the anvils from our location. I don't know who did that. Interesting. Willie's breakup going over Lake Michigan. There's a chance that these become more elevated, but probably not breakup. These are very strong. Yeah, new tornado. No. Tornado warning for Compton, Paw, Illinois has been extended until 6:45 Central Daylight Time, which will be 15 minutes from now. It'll expire. If you guys are here strictly for Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network, you guys don't live in Michigan, but you have family that live in Michigan. Michigan Storm Chasers is our affiliate, or I should say we are affiliated with them. For those who are familiar, give them a follow / us a follow. And if you're here from Michigan watching Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network for the first time, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. Again, we are multi-streaming on YouTube and Facebook right now. We plan to do more Great Lakes coverage throughout the summer of 2020, spring and summer of 2024 this year. Look at that. These colors. This is a very, very tight gradient here.
It's looking like it's about to put something down again. Looks like it's trying to spin.
Yep, it's actually now confirmed. They just updated it. Is now confirmed on the ground.
Is that the purple box means?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that's GR2 for you. It tells you if it's on the ground or not. Which is really nice. Confirmed tornado was located near Waterman or 7 miles south of DeKalb, moving east at 15. So this storm is going really slow right now. It's a damaging tornado. Nevertheless, weather spotters confirmed tornado to the north of Waterman. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Same text as earlier. Mobile homes will be damaged, destroyed. Damaged roofs, windows, vehicles will occur. Entry damage is likely. This tornado will be near Hickley Illinois, around 6:35 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's a very broad but tight area of rotation at the same time, where there's almost a couple of these little fingers within the rotation where you could almost have multiple vortices. And again, this is near the surface low, so a lot of crazy things can happen here, being it so deeply rooted in the atmosphere. Severe thunderstorm warning, considerable severe thunderstorm warning now in effect until 7:15 p.m. for DeKalb and Kane counties. And this is Central Time. The hazards here, actually, that might be old. No, it is not. 1.75-inch hail, considerable damage, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Prepare immediately for large hail, deadly cloud ground lightning. Yes, cloud ground lightning is going to be a huge factor tonight. I cannot stress this enough.
There's no definitive. Actually, take CC.
Oh, wow. Yep.
There's your CC.
Ooh, yep. That's it.
Just north of Waterman, just to the north and west of Hinckley.
Yep.
Heading toward the town of Caneville. It looks like it just tried to weaken just a little bit there. Again, that is a confirmed tornado that is on the ground.
Yeah.
That is a confirmed CC debris ball. We see it right here. We see a correlation coefficient. If we were to look at our velocity, we're going to see it line up very well with our couplet there.
3.
So there you go. There's a confirmed tornado. Again, this is going to be for, pull this up real quick.
DeKalb County?
Yeah, south of DeKalb.
It's DeKalb, I think. I think the L is silent.
Yeah, DeKalb County. Okay, I'll call it DeKalb. I've only called it DeKalb.
Yeah.
Again,
I know, because it's a major city, so I know I've heard it a lot.
And then it's going to be moving toward Caneville here in the next couple of minutes. So I'll have to keep an eye on this and see if it strengthens. Looks like it tried to weaken a little bit at the last scan.
Yeah.
So we'll see if it continues or if it lifts.
Yeah. And we now do have a spotter network report just to the northeast of Waterman saying corrects previous tornado report from 2 miles northeast Waterman. Train spotter reports tornado on the ground 2 miles northeast of Waterman. That's basically the same thing, but it is spotter confirmed. We actually have and there's a new 1.75-inch hail report backed by Sublet from earlier, relayed via ham radio. At least golf ball size hail. So again, not to forget, with all the tornado warnings happening right now, you will have some large hail size tonight, upwards of 3 inches in some spots, given the tornado watch text that we got earlier. I don't know what's happening here. This is definitely not on the ground anymore. The southern one still says it's on the ground, but it's definitely not. Yeah, that one. Like, it's still a pink box for me. I have no idea why.
I'm not even talking. Okay. I realized I was muted, but must be some type of feed issue with Spotter Network not reporting and GR2 lag in there because it wasn't showing up on mine either.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we have a little bit of a CC still on the ground there.
Yeah. Just a little baby.
Yeah, we'll see. It might be clutter though as well. We'll go ahead and still call it on the ground there, just between Waterman and Hinckley, just to the north there, about to cross Highway 10, just south of Highway 7, but east of Highway or not US 20, but Highway 23. This is going to be for northern Illinois.
Unfortunately, we don't have any of our own chasers on these right now.
Yeah, they're all kind of stage waiting for Michigan's threat.
Well, eastern Illinois, western Indiana, and the northern parts as well. That's where your favorable environment is. These storms still haven't moved into the favorable environment yet. Long, long night ahead. I'm also looking for possible development ahead of this.
Yeah, we're keeping a close eye toward the warm front where we're kind of expecting storms to fire off in Illinois or Indiana here. Nothing yet, but we're keeping an eye on it. We expect it between 7 and 10 p.m., so we still got 2.5 hours to really watch. But latest models definitely show a little bit later arrival time for Michigan and development there in northwest Indiana. So we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, these storms aren't even in the 10% hatched risk yet. That 10% hatched risk is the border of Illinois, Indiana, especially along the northern part there. So that would be like Kankakee. Let's see what else is in that area. Clifton, Askrum, Union Hill, Grant Park, Lake Village, Indiana, Cedar Lake and Crown Point, Indiana. Anywhere along there, all the way down towards Milford, Fowler. And I think as far south as Danville, Illinois. Or on the other side of the border, Williamsport, Indiana. Who has radar? Okay, cool. It's not me. Perfect.
You can take it if you want it.
No, I don't.
Okay.
L isn't silent. Okay, I have learned something. Thank you for that. DeKalb with an L sound, as in German.
These storms may potentially be crossing Lake Michigan here, but whether they're severe when they reach Michigan will be unknown. But they will be crossing Lake Michigan here next hour or so.
Looks like we might have Chandler join here soon.
Where's that wind coming from? Is that me? No, it's Ryan or Nick that has the wind.
No win, but no win for me.
It's all good.
We got Chandler on deck here. I don't know if he wants to be let in or not. Okay, he's nodding his head to be let in. Let me
What's up,
in.
guys? We're hanging out right now in northeastern Indiana. We're in the town of Monon, I think is how you say that. We're just inside the hatch 10% risk, and all of the chasers are flocking north towards that stuff in the Chicago area. We're giving it another 20 minutes here, and then we're gonna roll probably just north and see what they do as they work their way over. But everything's pretty much a blue sky bust down here. So,
Which is, I mean, give it time.
we've
You
been
guys-
giving it time, my man.
Yeah, I mean, Miles did say it would not initiate for the Indiana-Illinois area until after 00Z, and it's 0030Z right now.
There was a little bit of like, I don't know what kind of cloud you want to call it, that went through here earlier. That was probably our shot, but it didn't do anything. So we are not going to be headed 2.5 hours northwest into the Chicago metro area to chase them.
don't.
We're just going to kind of work our way north and hang out towards the Michigan City, Indiana area. Just see what happens.
Favorable hodographs. I'm looking at the hodograph maps right now. Perfect seas on mesoanalysis. Let me give you some cities just to name a few here. I don't know if you have your Google Maps pulled up, but I'm looking at that mesoanalysis right now. And our best sea looking with good venting right now is going to be Kankakee, Bourbonnais area.
You said Kankakee or where?
Bourbonnais. So it's basically those three cities in the Kankakee area. That's your best looking hodograph according to mesoanalysis right now with good venting. So it has a good sea to the right, and then it's a straight shear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we are, let's take a look. We are 1 hour and 10 minutes from Kankakee. We're probably just going to run up north towards the Valpo area. And like I said, just kind of see where things are. If everything somehow takes a hard southeast turn, we might go further west, but
Did we just get a new tornado warning?
not a lot of interest right now.
Yeah. Chandler, did you say you were in Indiana or Illinois?
Indiana.
Indiana, okay. I'm just looking for your dot here.
We did just get a new tornado warning just south of Cortland, southwest of Maple Park, issued at 6:41 Central. Radar indicated this will be in effect until 7:15 Central. For
Joel,
East
if you look
Central
just
DeKalb
southeast
County.
of Rensselaer, that's where we are.
Rensley. I saw Alex's dot.
Yeah, that we're at the same spot. So,
Francisville.
south of there. Monon.
That's where you're at, Monon?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Drew and them are just off to. Did you guys meet up?
No.
No, they're literally just right down the road from you. Over there in Rensselaer or whatever.
Yeah.
Looks like they're heading for the state line over towards Morocco, which is where the favorable environment. Oh,
yeah, I'm not.
The good Hodos are still where you're located right now too. But yeah, we just knew this was going to be a nighttime event.
Yeah.
I wish there was something that we could chase, but there's just not right now over here.
Well, I don't
Alex
remember
and I
seeing
drove
much
all the way
on-
down here to grab some dinner and go out to eat.
Hey, we've done that before.
Texas Roadhouse.
No, Nick, you know what that's like. Drive 2 hours away to go out to eat.
Yeah, we went to Ohio of all places.
For Subway and then turned around. We went to the local pub down here. I had a chicken bacon ranch sandwich, and Alex had a cowboy burger.
Ooh.
They were both very good. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off. Hope y'all are having fun. But that was that's just my update for right now. Once we start moving again, I'll pop back on for a minute.
Sounds good.
Later, dudes.
Later. Raiders on you, Nick.
Raiders on me? Gosh, I wasn't even paying attention. So yeah, again, we got this tornado warning just south of Maple Park and Cortland. Expires in about 30 minutes. These are moving quite slowly at 20 miles per hour. I remember when we first saw these on the models, we were expecting them to be much faster. This was like a week ago, though. Julie says, surprised y'all didn't get tacos after that watch versus warning post. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's only 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central. I know the sun going down right now makes it feel a lot later, but there's still a lot of night left to go.
Yes, there is.
It's hard to figure. I mean, with the environment we have today, it is February 27th. Sunset is 6 o'clock local, so you think it's summer, but it's actually not. It's still technically winter. It's not even meteorological spring yet. That's in 3 days, so we're technically still in the winter. Crazy, and real spring doesn't start for about 3 more weeks.
Terry's making fun of us for our pronunciation. Yeah, we're definitely Michigan boys over here.
Yeah. Give us time. We'll hopefully figure it out over time.
We don't even have the Michigan towns down.
Yeah, I'm making a book for that.
We got a new tornado warning here.
Go for it.
This was issued at 6:45 Central. This says, where's the locations? I just saw it. It was located near Maple Park or near DeKalb, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. I think this is just an updated one. Other locations in the path of this tornadic thunderstorm include Compton Hills. It'll be around Maple Park at 6:50 Central, Auburn at 7 Central, and Lily Lake around 7:05 Central.
Does everyone go to sleep earlier because the sun goes down sooner? That's what I'm curious to know. For those who are watching in chat. Because I know some of you guys are just waiting around for this to come and you guys want to go to bed, but it's only 7:45. already been live for 2 hours. First storm fired up 2 hours ago in Davenport. I do, but I have to be up at 4. Yeah. Nick feels that, right?
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Feel that deep in my soul.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when I'll go to bed, but it'll be much earlier than you guys. Usually right when it's getting good, I'll go to bed.
Yeah.
Get to sleep through it.
Rotation on these tornado warned storms, by the way, right now looks very broad.
Yeah, I'm
Very
not
gusty,
really seeing much. I'm not seeing much for need of these tornado warnings, but I am not the National Weather Service. Never, and I never will claim to be.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would say probably for the chance at QLCS because it's just starting to become one big line here. Definitely gust. Definitely need a severe thunderstorm warning for gusts. There's 60 to 70 knots on the front of these, especially south of Hickley. I keep saying that wrong. I'm pretty sure
hazard of ping pong ball sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And that's enough of a warning to go inside to take some cover.
Storm anxiety is a real thing. We do have over at Michigan Storm Chasers, the blog post out about that. You can just go search our michiganstormchasers.com and then click on the blog tab, and it's at the bottom.
We should probably post some more blogs.
Yeah, we do post a lot on Patreon, but that's like that's just like forecast stuff, anyways. It's not like blog posts, unless you consider forecast a blog post. Who wants to play ping pong with the hail? I think it'd be fun, but it would shatter really quick.
You got to use a badminton racket.
Yeah. Biggest thing for storm anxiety is always just staying updated and then having like a plan for when like the worst would be happening for your place. So like, you know, if you live in like a mobile home, you know, you want to go find an alternate shelter, give yourself enough time to do that. If you live in like an upstairs apartment, just like go to your interior room, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Stay away from windows. Getting a bathtub and putting like blankets and pillows over your head is also a really good idea. And this is good information for like tornado warnings tonight, for example. It is loud here. Everybody's out and about tonight here in Michigan. Looks like they just trimmed that tornado warning a little bit. That southern one on your radar there, Nick. So now it's only half the size. We would have storm chasing content, but a lot of the guys are waiting for the storms to come to them. They did not make the drive all the way over to central Illinois today, which is totally understandable given the environment downstream here is also favorable later tonight. So starting to bow out as it heads towards Sugar Grove, Illinois, and soon to be into the Chicago metro. Looks like, is our cap weakening then? It looks like, put that out. That would be Grand Rapids. Wow. Okay. Northern Indiana, Northwest Ohio, Chicago Metro, and Southern Michigan could see some thunderstorm development here in the next 10 to 40 minutes. That was a post just put out by the National Weather Service in Grand Rapids there in Michigan.
Hey, I just got that one too.
Yep.
Currently 4 tornado warnings out
And they're all right there. Ooh, they issued that one to the north just now, I
They
think,
just
too.
issued it. Yeah, I was curious if they were going to. They've been pretty they've been warning pretty much anything out here. It seems like
Yeah.
we are not used to this in Michigan.
Could be a sign of things to come tonight.
Could be. They're definitely being cautious with it, which is good. I'd rather have a warning out than no warning.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the storm is going to weaken before it hits Michigan?
I think I'll maintain the strength.
Yeah, it'll probably maintain. Will the storm hit the Davidson area or Davidson, Michigan area? This storm in particular, probably not. I don't want to go too far away from this radar here, but we will have more storm development in southwestern Michigan.
What other? I'm just looking at our composite right now. Supercell composite, which is a measurement of a bunch of different things in the atmosphere to get an overall chance of supercells developing. Average is about a 4 right now for southwest Michigan and northern Indiana, northwest Ohio. It's an 8 and a 12 in eastern Illinois down towards southeastern Illinois, where it's up to as high as 16. So again, that development in eastern and southeastern Illinois is going to hit like a brick when it does happen, but right now it is still a little too capped.
MCV forming on this QLCS in Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that entire storm, I think, is rooted on the low, as you heard Ryan saying there.
We're just heading back north right now. Alex has to make a pit stop, throw away some litter, and then we're rolling our way north.
Oh, take a look at that. Wait, is it on your radar right now, Ryan?
This is mine.
Nick. Zoom in on that southern tornado. Not
this
that one. Yeah, look at that. You have dual tornadoes potentially on the ground right now.
We got twins. What did he say? I didn't hear it.
I did not hear it either.
I got to replay this. So Reed has a confirmed tornado on the ground in Hinckley.
Yep, right there. You can
it
see
could
it.
be. Yep, it could be. There could be two. There's definitely two distinct rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Here we go, guys.
I saw Aaron had a question. He asked if we said it would weaken before getting to Michigan, and no, it would probably keep its strength. Especially with more storm development later this evening.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a tornado on the ground, especially if Reed's confirming it. This is
Yep.
riding right along US 30 right now, and this is going to be heading right into Big Rock, which is a small town about 4 streets wide. Nevertheless, it is a populated center.
Yeah, keep radar for a second. I'm gonna.
Yep. I'm gonna have it right here. If you live in Big Rock, you need to be taking shelter right now. Davis Road, Highway 30, Rhodes Avenue.
Quick update for everybody. Chris and I are just outside of Joliet, Illinois, about 35 miles from that southern tornado warning storm. We're fueling up and we're getting ready for it.
All right, there you go. Yeah, this is heading right down US 30, and when it does occlude, it's going to occlude to the north. So Big Rock, if it's not the northern rotation, it's going to be the southern. It actually looks like it's Fujiwaring into itself here, so it could be one big rotation spot here in a second.
Hey, Stanley, I want to run something by you. Are you still going to Valparaiso, or Ryan was also suggesting maybe going to Plymouth, Rochester area up near US 30?
Wow.
Looks like an MCV might be forming. Maybe some tail end Charlie interaction with the warm front here in a little bit. What do you think?
Joel, if things get hairy, you're gonna have to mute that.
Yeah, I'm gonna move that away. I'm trying to focus. So look at radar right now. So I'm gonna pull up I'm just gonna do one box velocity here. There again, for those who don't know about the radar per se, red is outbound winds, green and blue is inbound winds. You have one notch up here near West Dundee, one notch near Plato Center, another notch just to the west of Elburn, and then our big one right now is Big Rock, not Elk Rock, just to the west of Sugar Grove. So we have 4 separate notches right here where rotation is at least broad in sense. This is right where the low pressure system is believed to be. And our main target for the night as this heads towards into the Chicago metro area and Waukegan here in the next hour or two. We have also potential development now starting here in Michigan near Bridgman and Niles. So we might have to do a tag team here. We're gonna have to discuss that here in a little bit here, Nick.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's 2 CC drops with the 2 rotation points there. I'm not seeing 2 CC drops yet, if there are any. Again, I saw a couple questions. This is in Illinois for everyone watching. I would like to update the title of the streams, but I can't right now. It won't update for us.
Yep. Ryan saying that's the warm front precip. We're going to keep an eye on that.
Cassandra will mute our Zello app because that's our language is more freeing there. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
Matt, there is no warnings in Michigan right now.
Oh,
again, this is just Illinois.
Yeah, this is a very concerning signature right now. Directly over Big Rock, we don't see anything in terms of CC. This tornado warning is only radar indicated, but again, if Reed is there and seeing something on the ground, that is likely probably the case. Again, it is nighttime though, so it's hard to see between lightning flashes. Lightning density is a huge thing tonight, so at least you'll see something coming with constant lightning probably every 3 seconds. However, you do not want to wait and see it coming towards you. So if there's a tornado warning for you tonight or any severe thunderstorm warning, just wait. Oh, what? Hold up. Wraps around the lake. So would that be in southern Michigan? If so, that's huge. Oh yeah, there you go.
All right, I'm trying to look at Reed's stream right now.
Yeah.
If he's got anything. He can't see anything. It's pouring.
Yeah, Brian. I think Ryan's listening right now. I know he's not in here, but if you want to get a post up about the new SBC outlook, we now do have a 10% hatched tornado risk in southwestern Lower Michigan for Berrien County, specifically Niles and New Buffalo area. So if you live anywhere along the lake from Chicago, Waukegan to Valpo over to Niles, the greatest chance for a tornado tonight will be in this area. The tornado warning now for Big Rock is a confirmed tornado on the ground. We have our pink box here. Confirmed tornado is located near Sugar Grove or near Plano, moving east at 40 miles per hour. It's a damaging tornado.
Looking at latest meso analysis and latest model guidance, it shows a couple of Taylor and Charlie firing south of the MCS up there. So with slower storm motion, we're going to wait here a little bit longer, and if we have to head east and north, we will.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. We should,
been trying to.
That's quite an impressive signature here. What do you say?
There's food at his location.
Of course.
Again, we want to reiterate, this is just Illinois right now. This is not in Michigan or any other state. This is just Illinois. It is flirting with well, actually, no, it's not even. It's 1 county or 2 counties south of the Wisconsin-Illinois border right now with the northernmost tornado warning.
This is our first enhanced risk for Michigan for 2024, officially. February 27th, everyone. Although it only counts for half a county.
We'll take it.
Yep. So basically, if you live, again, south of 94 Michigan tonight, anywhere in northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, you'll have a greater threat for tornadoes tonight. Main hail threat will still be probably here in the Chicago metro area as it moves over to the lake. We will still have elevated storms, especially into West Michigan, Northwest Michigan. Hail will definitely be a threat. Significant hail for sure across all of Indiana tonight, down towards Evansville, Louisville, and Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh man, that is one heck of a signature. I don't see anything in the way of CC, but that is at the very least, if there's nothing on the ground QLCS wise, that's quite some heavy winds there. Looking probably 60 to 70 miles per hour.
Yeah. Is there a CC drop on that yet?
I don't see one. It looks kind of broad at this moment.
My 803 update has I mean, it's hard to tell. It's not, I can't tell. I can't be, it's not definitive. I'll show you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this right here, but it's not super definitive. There's not, it's not like a circle.
Yeah, yep. Right where it's wrapping in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's net scan, it's gone. I just put yours back up.
Okay. Yeah, I know for those who are watching on a phone, it's a little hard to read. I believe there's an option in your settings, because I know sometimes for me, if I'm watching on through Safari on my iPhone, this is very specific for iPhone users that are watching through Safari. But it puts it in 360p visibility default. If you go and click on like your little settings wheel, you can change it to 720. It'll be in HD. Otherwise, you can watch it through the YouTube app, and that'll be good. It's so loud out here right now. Look at that. Look at that little kink right there that you were talking about, just north of Sugar Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we have a TVS up here near the West Dundee area. Not Dundee, Michigan. Dundee, Illinois.
This page doesn't have the option to send stars yet. But I like where your head's at. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep. Feel free to share the stream. Any likes, any subscribe. It's all free. It just helps us out in any way possible. Gets us closer to what's it called? Monetization, I guess you could say.
We got just under 280 of you people in here. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. The Chasers are near the Illinois-Indiana state line, which is right now where the most favorable environment is, and where they kind of extended it at 10%. I see something here. What is going on? What is this?
What does that drop?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
I don't think that's... It might be hail. That honestly is probably hail.
Hail.
Oh, yeah. It's a little off-centered, but it's probably hail. Scared me for a second. I'm like, why do I see a dark blue dot? And for those who don't know about CC, let me show you a prime example of a debris ball. There you go.
That is one large severe warning.
Holy cow.
Oh my gosh.
This is like a Grand Rapids type box that they do. When it
It's
comes across,
1,
comes on
2,
shore.
3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
7 counties.
Yep. National Weather Service Chicago has issued a severe thunderstorm warning, considerable severe thunderstorm warning for the following counties: Kendall, Southern Lake, Northwestern Will, Kane counties, Southeastern McHenry, DuPage, and Cook counties until 8:15 Central Time. That is an hour and 5 minutes from now. This is a long severe thunderstorm warning. Hazards. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, not for the hail, but for the winds. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, half dollar sized hail, and it is radar indicated. And you can expect hail damage to vehicles and tree damage with limbs getting knocked down from some of the larger hail. Again, we have this tornado on the ground right now to the north of Sugar Grove.
We're going to head towards Plainfield, outside of Lockport.
Okay. Yeah, that's on the ground. I'm going to try and get some cities up here because this is heading into a somewhat populated area north of Sugar Grove.
Oh yeah, we got a CC drop now.
Yeah. Is it more visible on your radar, or is it you're just looking at mine?
Nope, I am looking at it on mine. Right where the TVS is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to probably... Yeah, this is like QLCS in nature, so this might be here and gone in the next 5 minutes. But this is heading up towards some populated areas. St. Charles is in direct path of the storm. They're not under a tornado warning, but the way this tornado debris signature is moving, this will move outside the box, head up towards St. Charles and Geneva in the next 15 minutes. This is a very populated area. Northwestern Medicine Hospital is there. Is this Northwestern University?
No idea.
I'm looking. No, but it's a very heavy industrial area. Dick Young Forest Preserve is in this area. Eagle Brook Country Club. Randall Road, which is a very big main north-south road, goes through there. Of course, you got the Fox River. On either side, you got the Illinois 25 and the Illinois 31. Running east to west is the Illinois 38 and the Illinois 64.
Not quite to Valpo. We're just cutting it about 20 to 25, maybe 30 miles north of where we were currently positioned. We did see the latest mesoanalysis.
Yeah, that new debris signature is getting bigger.
I think that cluster in Illinois, and Alex agrees with me here, is starting to backbuild a little bit. So we might see some, action south of Lake Michigan on that. Either way, if there are cells that develop further to our south, we can always, slam back south and get those. But just watching it, the last half hour of radar scans definitely looks to us like it's going to backbuild.
Is this near Peoria? Hold on, remind me where Peoria is again. I always forget where Peoria is at.
In terms of the models, I did look at them, but I'm kind of just throwing models away at this point in time. What I can go off of and what I can see is how I'm going to continue to chase this, not so much based off of model guidance anymore.
I would agree.
For most of the afternoon, so.
Peoria, you are fairly safe from some of the severe tonight. You could have some cells that backbuild and develop over Peoria, but for the most part, your threat's going to be there in points eastward towards Bloomington and Pontiac throughout the night.
Oh my, it's a big debris ball.
Oh wow. Wait. Is mine slightly behind?
Shouldn't be.
It's not that big, but it's definitely there. Geneva, you need to be taking shelter immediately.
Yeah. I'd say St. Charles as well. Wayne, West Chicago, Carroll Stream, even Wheaton, North Aurora as well.
This is on the crash course for St. Charles and Geneva. You need to be taking shelter right now. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Spotters reported. debris signature just went down a little bit, so that's hopefully a good thing. Batavia is also in the path of this, and this is going to be just north of Aurora, Illinois.
Wondering what they do with these warnings here soon.
Yeah,
they need to update them here soon.
Yeah, there's a big Randall Road which runs north-south. That blue line, I think, is it. Hold on, let me cross-check this here. Yeah, it's that light blue line that you see on this radar here that runs north-south. That's Randall Road. It's a very, very commercialized area. So you have like restaurants, like Hobby Lobby, or stores and restaurants, Home Depot, Trader Joe's, Hobby Lobby, Goodwill, and then restaurants. You have like a Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, and then of course the big thing is you have Northwestern Medicine, Delnor Hospital, which is up closer towards Geneva, and right now
looks like it's weakening.
It looks like it's weakening, and it might be passing just south of there.
Yep.
Fabian Parkway is definitely in the path of this tornado that's on the ground right now. Batavia High School also could be impacted here. On the radar, the right to the immediate west of where the B is in Batavia. I think it's going to pass just to the north of that. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. And now look at that latest scan. You don't even see a debris ball anymore, but it's not out of the woods yet. This is going to head right into Geneva, right between Geneva and Batavia. The Fabian Windmill along the Fox River there is a popular tourist destination, it appears, right there near the Fabian Forest Preserve. Again, if I'm saying it wrong, don't kill me for it. It's also a Japanese garden there as well. So this is kind of a nice little neighborhood. Ice arena in the area as well. Golf course. It's crazy. It's very, very populated. So if you live in between Geneva and Batavia, take shelter immediately. Interior room or lowest floor. 63-mile-per-hour wind gust just reported in Sugar Grove. That is definitely severe warning criteria at this time.
Oh, yeah.
And we do have a special marine warning now out for Lake Michigan.
Who's that?
That was a car starting.
Outside of you?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I'm going to put the rest of my Chipotle in the refrigerator downstairs. So if you want to take over the stream for about 3 minutes, go for it.
Yeah.
Cool. You do mind or don't mind?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
It looks like it's we might get a little new area of rotation north of the old rotation.
Oh,
it might
wow. Yeah, your radar is really
north.
nice there. That's multiple tornado multiple spin ups on the ground there. Kind of a 1-2 handoff.
Yep.
It's a double QLCS. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's on the ground anymore. At least looking at correlation coefficient.
Look at that one's on the ground. The south one. South one
that one's still.
That one's on the ground. Is that Batavia?
Yeah, it's still that Batavia. I was trying to look at a traffic cam, but they don't have many traffic cams there. But yeah, this might be handing off to the north here, heading towards Geneva, St. Charles.
Yeah.
Or it might spin up too. Illinois has been known to do that sometimes. My CC is updating before my velocity, which is not always fun.
Well, it's also a good thing sometimes.
It is, yes.
All right. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yep, you're good. Jessica, central, southern Michigan, we'll probably still see some storms. We got Ryan back here. Yeah. Still keeping an eye on these two areas of rotation here by Batavia and Geneva. Looks like we just got our new scan. That Batavia one does still show it's weakening.
Can you hear me, Nick?
I can now.
Awesome. I'm on my laptop, so
Sweet.
I don't have radar pulled up, so I don't have my screen to share, but I'll be here for audio and I'll be watching radar on my iPad here. So,
Okay. Feeling okay?
it could be better.
All right.
I'll live.
So yeah, I definitely see it's weakening still. Definitely could just be cycling, so we want to make sure we keep an eye on that as well. I'm a little surprised they did not extend this tornado warning out yet, but they might here soon.
Yeah, it's going right for the airport. Just noticed that in chat. One of our buddies, Mike, noticed it's heading right for the DuPage Airport.
Do we have a VWP out of there?
Good answer.
Holy cow. Speaking of VWP, check out Northern Indiana's on Autumn Sky when you get the chance. Oh my gosh. Even K-Lots right now is incredible.
These storms are in a good environment, that is for sure.
Yeah. Our low-level jet is starting to crank right now. Well, at least in Illinois. Michigan. Well, yeah.
Looks like we've got some development over Niles right now.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I think that's going to be mainly elevated on the warm front. I think the actual development we're going to be watching is further south than that.
I do remember seeing that on the NAM model, and mainly all the other ones.
I imagine they're going to have to put out an extended mesoscale discussion here soon.
They did just update that tornado warning here. It now encompasses Barlett, Carroll Stream, West Chicago, Wayne, almost to Bloomingdale. Again, this is the hazardous tornado.
Yeah.
Radar indicated.
Yep. So this is now suburban Chicago. This is getting into the more populated areas.
Yep.
So if you have
timing wise, Schaumburg, Barlett, Streamwood, Carroll Stream, Hanover Park, West Chicago, Roselle, Bloomingdale, Winfield, and Wayne around 7:25 Central, Glendale Heights around 7:30 Central, Hoffman Estates around 7:35 Central.
Actually, a new severe thunderstorm warning back in Rockford, Illinois, off to the west. That's kind of back almost near the cold front.
And that is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail.
Oh, my back hurts.
Locations impacted include Winnebago and I don't even know how to say that other one.
Is it Picatonia? Oh my god, yeah, never mind.
Pecatoncia?
Yeah, it's like too
Something
many. That's way too many vowels for me to be pronouncing. Anything over 3 is just breaking my head.
Yeah, we're gonna say Rockford area. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that as well. I can't tell if this is cycling or not. This West Chicago one looks like it definitely wants to hook again.
There's a lot of hail reports. I'm looking at MPing, which, for those who don't know, is an app where you can report what you're seeing at the ground surface. So it's good for like winter storms. So like, when it snows or it's icy outside and we don't know what exactly is falling at the surface, use it for that. But also in storms like this, you can also report your hail size. We just ask that when you are reporting your hail size that you be accurate, as the National Weather Service offices do see these and they take them very seriously.
Yes.
So be very accurate. If you can, use a ruler.
There's a reason why you have to test for these. You have to take a test to be able to do spotter network stuff.
Yeah.
And I have gotten an email from them before about inaccurate things.
Mm-hmm.
I get them all the time too.
Michigan is not in the clear for those who are wondering.
No, it is. They're
I
not.
just saw a comment about that. This is a long night ahead. This MCV, mesoscale convective complex, is going to be heading into Southwest Michigan here, probably close to the 10 p.m. time frame with some prefrontal development along the warm front.
I'm getting some questions on. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. We are getting some questions on the way these storms are rolling. I will do. Wow, that whole thing is just.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen storm movement like this in a while.
It's wild.
This is crazy. Now I have a lot. This is a lot of frames that's going back.
Yeah, that is directly that whole complex is directly where the center of the low is at.
Keep an eye on the area just to the east of Elgin. Looks like it might be trying to tighten up right around that area again.
Remind me where that is again.
It's just to the south of Algonquin on the border. Just
right to. Oh, I got you.
Watching the radar loop there, looks like it might be trying to spin something there and try and tighten in the next couple scans.
Yeah, talking about here. Julie says Regis said cone tornado near Sumanock, Illinois.
That's an old post.
Is that old?
It's a 5-minute video from earlier.
Oh, okay.
He just posted it, yes, but it's old.
Sorry, Julie, that's old news.
Still a
when
great
do you think
video.
They will issue a watch for Mid-Michigan? I'm not sure if they will issue a watch for Mid-Michigan.
Speaking of which, we should be getting an MD here pretty soon if we haven't already. Surprised they haven't issued one yet.
Right. I need this.
Yeah, that area is getting a little bit tighter now, just to the east of Elgin. Might have something trying to put down there.
Good, we're not on my radar right now.
I don't see Elgin.
ELGIN. Okay, find Aurora. You find Aurora?
Oh, that big one, that right there.
Yeah, check out there you go. Look at the velocity. If you animate it, you can see the spin. It might be trying to tighten up there, so I'd watch that next couple scans.
Oh yeah.
Looks like it's trying to. The velocities are both increasing inbounds and outbounds.
Mute your
Dang,
mic.
Joel.
Golly. Can't take this kid anyway. I think he misclicked on them. Sounds like a baby elephant. We'll name him Dumbo.
Oh, that's low, man.
Sorry.
That's
What are we talking about?
What?
Nothing.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Check out the next scan
Nice.
near Elgin. We got some really
That's
tight.
funny.
We're trying to get really tight velocities going there.
Wait, hold on.
Julie said you sounded like a baby elephant. And then I may have said something rude.
Hey, check out the TORD radar for Elgin. That's really tight.
Toward. Oh. Oh. Oh my.
If that red increases, that might be a TOG here momentarily.
It's not even in. Is it in a warning? It isn't in a warning.
Yeah, I don't know. If is it confirmed? Have they extended this? That's
It's not confirmed. It's still radar indicated. It's until 7:45.
I don't know how y'all heard me blow my nose.
You didn't mute yourself, so we had to
I
mute you.
did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, that's why. Well, that's embarrassing.
It's all good, Joel.
See, everybody, we're not perfect. All right.
No. We never claim to be professionals.
No. Well, just besides the professional part. God, I'm sorry for offending some people. Everyone's like pissed at me. I'm sorry.
Why are they mad at you?
I don't know. Everyone's like, everybody heard me. Stuff like that.
It's all good, Joel. We're just messing
All
with
of
you.
Illinois heard you.
Okay. As long as y'all aren't mad at me.
We're not mad. I was thinking about doing that here in a second, but I was going to mute myself.
Yeah, I swear I muted myself, but I guess not.
Yeah, someone take over. I'm going to go mute myself and blow my nose.
All right. Let's see, velocity. Are you on the ORD radar, Ryan?
This is not my.
I'm
on both. I'm on the K-Lot right now watching it. I have not looked at ORD yet. But it's very tight on ORD if you look at the ORD radar.
ORD is not being pulled up on GR2. I'm going to have to go to my phone.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's really strong inbounds, but the outbounds are kind of mediocre, but they are meeting pretty tightly there. So I'm assuming it's.
Oh, Streamwood?
Yes.
Schaumburg? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've stayed in Schaumburg. That's where the IKEA is at. Watch out, IKEA.
I want to make a point here where this complex may be putting out a boundary on it. I don't see one on radar here, but the interaction between this, the MCV, and also the advancing warm front we may have to keep an eye out in northwest Indiana here and also southwest Michigan as this crosses the lake. I'm expecting the development of storms here in northern Indiana to really kick off here in the next an hour and a half or so.
Someone wants to look at the dew points. Dew points right now in Chicago ahead of the storm, 58, 59. Where else is there? 56 in northwest Indiana, 55. 56 up near Kalamazoo in Michigan, 55 to Holland, 55 to Grand Rapids. So mid-50s is still relatively good dews all the way up into Michigan. So moisture is definitely there for support, especially south of I-96 in Michigan and most of northern Indiana. There's a few dry spots in north central Indiana, but overall still looking like a good atmosphere. Plenty of shear out there right now, plenty of lift. I'm going to go back and kind of just look over our mesoscale right now. You guys won't be able to see it. It's just me. Ha ha.
Hey, Joel.
Yeah?
Do you want to tilt your camera down a little bit?
Why?
Because I can only see like this much of your head. You're like this.
Y'all can look at my chain. I'm just kidding.
There you go. Now you're actually all the way in frame.
Yeah, but now like my screen's like tilted down and it just annoys me.
Oh, you can't. Oh, this is on your laptop, isn't it?
Yeah, yep.
Rip. Get a webcam. See, I can do this.
Yeah, look at you, fancy.
Look at me, fancy. Now I gotta fix it.
Come on, Nick. We like staring at Joel's forehead. Something tells me that's sarcasm. Y'all are just
it's slightly offensive.
Y'all are just being mean to me. Come on.
We had Ryan facing in and out.
Yeah, Ryan. Prayers for Ryan.
Man.
Ryan, I know you're not feeling good right now. Have you eaten today?
Yes, I have.
Do you drink plenty of water?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Okay, just going down the checklist.
Okay.
Do we need to pump you full of fluids with an IV bag?
Yeah, I might have to go to the hospital tomorrow.
Huge tornado warning just issued.
Yeah, I see that. Radar indicated.
They said enough of. Oh my gosh. Enough of
National
these small ones. Let's do it all.
Yeah, might as well. It's a big line of QLCS at this point. National Weather Service Chicago has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Lake, northeastern DuPage, northwestern Cook and northeastern Illinois until 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that would be an hour from now. It's a long tornado warning. 7:31, line of 3 thunderstorm scale producing multiple tornadoes. They're located along a line extending from Lake Barrington to Carroll Stream, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazard is not only its tornadoes, but brief rain-wrapped tornadoes. So you will not see them coming if you live here.
Sorry.
It's all right.
My headphones are complete crap for some reason. They keep disconnecting. So
We are, yeah, we're getting ready to move northeast of town to get into an open field. We're watching a sagging boundary off that MCS complex. We may shoot north if we have
That's what I was saying, too.
Storms interact with that boundary. There's a really nice.
Ooh, that really tightened up there
cooling out low-level
east of
SRA down
Elgin.
here if storms are able to get into it.
yeah, that's. Hey, check out the TRD. That's got to be OTG.
We moved about 30 minutes north. We're about 5 minutes out of La Crosse, Indiana. We're gonna.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's
right
insane.
now.
That's got to be close, if not already on the ground.
Unfortunately, some development in Berrien and Cass County in Michigan. We'll see if that can maintain itself over the next 10 15 minutes worth of radar scans, but golly gee.
Golly gee.
You said it. My thought
Someone doesn't sound very happy right now.
If they're able to get up, there's going to be a risk for being north of the warm front. Latest radar
What does that sound? Oh my gosh.
just because you see lightning spikes south of the main line there. So I'm guessing there's some new towers going up, unless they're positive CTs off the anvil.
We need to figure out a way to integrate Zello into our computers so the audio can just come through clearly.
Nope.
Yeah,
no,
Not
not for streaming.
Windows are too tinted to see through it now. That's kind of what we were thinking too. Most likely elevated hailers up in Michigan, but still would be nice to see a storm.
But if I make a Chicago Bears joke, will chat get mad at me?
Probably.
Okay.
Bears.
Outside of what
Yeah.
you guys are talking about, we'll let you know what we see here in a little bit.
Someone said a lot of touchdowns in Illinois tonight. There's not
Yes.
usually many. There's not usually many of those during the football season.
Ooh.
Oh, burn Chicago
Only-
Bears fans.
Only when Detroit's in town.
It's all love.
It's all love. See,
It was just for the joke.
I dissed
Don't get mad at
Detroit.
me.
We
I'm gonna have-
lost.
And I'm not doing any core punching tonight, so we're playing the tail end.
I'm gonna have all of chat just like
That's what we're doing as well. We're going to avoid the course.
Joel with a 3rd-degree deep fried burns.
it's not personal.
It's not personal, no.
So I'm really trying to not blow it apart.
Every time
Well, nothing sells a car better than a nice shiny dent. Come on.
No. yeah. No,
That,
everything. If there's a joke opportunity, I'll say something. Wow.
Doesn't know about, and he's gonna figure it out on Thursday.
Look at that
Cassandra,
rotation.
yes, they are talking about Michigan counties and some Indiana counties as well.
South Barrington, you need to be inside now. This is over you. Palatine, Rolling Meadows, down the road.
All right, we don't need to have everybody hear these conversations. This is why it can't be on stream.
I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of talking over them right now.
Pay no attention to the men behind the curtain. Oh, come on, Caleb. Come on.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
This is great.
We have fun here.
We need
We're
a
laid
bleep
back, but
button.
we're serious when we need to be serious.
Yeah, like right now, there's that signature is insane.
Here we
Yeah,
have
it
a,
really is. I'm surprised that there's no CC yet on the radar.
This way, like I said, we're stopping in La Crosse, Indiana. I'm sure we won't be far off.
Even the velocity off the TMKE or TMKE off of Wisconsin's radar is really good too.
Yeah. Inverness Golf Club, Palatine Hills Golf Club, anywhere along US 14 here in the Palatine vicinity, you guys need to be taking shelter now. This is a highly dense area. Illinois 53 also runs through here, and Illinois 68, Illinois 62 also kind of go northwest to southeast to this area. So if you live in any of these spots I just named, you need to be taking shelter immediately. There's a tornado that's not on the ground according to our warning, but it is very, very close to being. As such, I don't have the ORD. I can't pull up the ORD radar on my GR2, unfortunately, but I know you guys have it up, so I can.
That'd be all Nick. I'm on my iPad, so
Yeah,
it would be me.
it's
I'm trying
it's
to. I wish
looking
there was a
similar.
good layout here. I can go back to the Tord. It's just that it doesn't show. I guess it was showing this as clear air, but that's just because of how low it is.
There must be some sort of beam issue there.
Mm-hmm. There's like a little dead zone right there.
Yeah,
because it gets really
the radar doesn't even match up. Yeah,
it's funny over there.
Does anyone have 850 millibar or 500 millibar pulled up?
Kinda.
Is there any synoptic bending or waves in the LOD right now?
Let me look. Upper air 850 millibar analysis. Height.
Alex is looking right now.
Okay, Alex is good. Okay.
Okay.
The better dew points are close to the Indiana-Illinois border on the 850. So your dew point impressions are better off to the east still. So where all our chasers are at right now, this is going to be the best environment probably by about 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. So 45 minutes from now, we storms head towards the border. It's going to be entering still that really good environment downstream, although it is still slightly capped downstream, and that's something we have to worry about. Being at this point of the night, storms become elevated. Good troughing going on.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm trying to see if this is hail or not. So that's probably hail.
That low level jet at 850 is definitely cranking though, up to the border. It actually extends all the way up into Southwest Michigan, and these storms are not in that greatest area of 850 millibar advection yet. Like I said, if you basically anywhere along the Indiana-Illinois border is going to be your key target here in the next 45 minutes if it can stay uncapped.
Okay, yeah, they're looking at the 500 millibar chart. There is
Okay, 500.
looks like a little bit of a ripple in south central Illinois into central Illinois. I don't know if it's picking up on the MCV or if there might be a shortwave sneaking through.
10-4, I noticed some ripples in the dew points. That's what I was asking on Sasquatch.
To interrupt the conversations going on in the background, tornado warning is now an observed tornado on the ground or tornadoes on the ground. Tornado producing storms are located along the line at 739, extending from Hawthorne Woods to Glendale Heights, moving east 35. Weather Spires confirmed a tornado near Iverness and Palatine. Additional tornadoes are possible within the warning. So if you live anywhere in this tornado warning, that takes up about 3 separate counties right now.
Yep.
Up to Lake Michigan, you guys need to be taking shelter. In the near term, in the short term, Long Grove, Buffalo Grove, Vernon Hills, Deerfield, Lake Forest, Lake Bluff. Those are going to be impacted by this big area of rotation. That's right now currently over Palatine, a very urban setting.
As soon as this storm crosses over Lake Michigan, we will likely switch over to Michigan storm chasers as we
yes,
track these storms over the lake into the southwestern part of the state. And again, we do expect more development along that warm front in the next hour or so. Again, that's still a bit more uncertain, but looks like we're going to have a wind threat and maybe a brief tornado threat there in West Michigan with this crossing the lake. I have not looked at updated forecast models yet, but that warm front is pretty much slow moving north there. So I think it's going to allow the better synoptics to catch up. It's going to be a matter if we can break that cap or not. We've been talking about that all day.
Yep. I don't like this giant tornado warning because it's hard to tell the direction it's going.
That's basically right where the MCV is too. That's probably going to hold together over the lake. So we'll probably have to.
Remember what the model time was on that?
What was he asking?
Need something with Drew. Let me go into my settings here a second. I gotta drop this down to like 14 frames.
Service base Cape is 1,500 to 2,000 along the Lake Michigan shoreline from Illinois all the way up into Michigan.
We have 1,500 in Michigan, you saying?
Yes.
How are
Still-
STGs looking?
Well, imagine pretty good. Still slightly capped.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not capped along the lakeshore,
Okay.
which is interesting considering cold waters, but it is very dry up near Grand Rapids right now. That's interesting. Let me look at the wind shear photograph map just to see what we're looking like for wind shear out there right now. If it ever loads. There we go. Best hodo right now is going to be Northwest Indiana. Yeah, 9:30 Northwest Indiana. Be there, be square. If you're a storm chaser listening right now, and one of our storm chasing guys.
If they just trimmed this warning, I think they did.
Copy that.
Yeah, it's pretty much the best sounding or best hodo right now, according to Mezzo, is going to be right over Merrillville, Valparaiso, Crown Point area. Anywhere along the Indiana-Illinois border, also to the south. I know you guys aren't going to go too far south, but even more favorable hodos to the south there. STP, significant tornado perimeter, is a 4 in Kankakee, and that is the highest that I see on here. It's a 2. It's a 2 in Valpo, 3 towards Maryville, 1 up into Southwest Michigan, the 3 counties in Southwest Michigan. So it'd be Berrien, Van Buren, and I think Cass. But it is still heavily capped in Michigan right now.
It's so hard to see if this thing is on the ground right now with the way the radar is on the CC.
That's also it's kind of far away from the radar. At least the K-Lot.
Yeah, but Tor doesn't help me. Yeah, it is looking pretty high up in the atmosphere. Yes, April. Capped means it's good if you don't want severe storms. I think this is weakening a little bit. Excuse me.
Either way, that's quite the velocity signature for damaging winds in Long Grove right now.
Take a look at the animation of the MCV. Look how it's rolling. Like that's going to crank across the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm the bottom of that tail end Charlie is starting to form something there too. This might develop a little bit further south as well.
No, this is not Michigan Storm Chasers. This is Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network. We are both at the same time.
Whenever
Smiley
we
face.
go, whenever we have chasers or threats that start.
Just roll up north a little bit further than you're intending on. If you look at latest satellite, there's a little blip just south of that anvil kind of going off. We've got it right like to our east here. To our west, I'm sorry. And
I wonder what they're talking about.
I can't tell if it's
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about, but in terms of the pages, we are the same people operating different pages. This page is used for when we have chasers who are out of state, or we have threats that start out of state that are expected to move into Michigan. So we kind of cover the storms as they move towards Michigan. When they reach Michigan, we'll start streaming to Michigan storm chasers.
Yeah. It's not like it's illegal. You don't have to make a big deal out of it, guys.
People are
Yeah.
seeking shelter in O'Hare right now. It's probably a good idea.
Looks like Caleb just had some. Oh no, it's never mind. It's
Someone said a mesoscale discussion was just put out.
really
For Michigan?
I don't know. Erica said mesoscale discussion was put out. Ooh, they did a big cancellation of that tornado warning.
Yes, there is an MD out.
For Michigan.
I'm trying to work on it. Doesn't
Yep.
I don't think it
No.
includes.
It's not for
Nope.
Michigan.
It's for the southern areas.
Gotcha.
So that's your 10% hatch risk
I sent a picture
for.
into the GLSCN chat so you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay, there we go. That a new tornado watch is likely coming for southern Illinois, southern Indiana, extreme southwestern Ohio, and portions of northern and northwestern Kentucky. So you're including big cities like Louisville, Bloomington, Indiana, Cincinnati, Ohio, Jasper, Indiana, Evansville, Indiana, Mount Vernon, Illinois, and Paducah, Kentucky.
Yes. I did want to touch base on the
95% chance of a watch being issued there. Go ahead, Nick.
95. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to touch base on the big cancellation of the large tornado warning. They shrunk it down pretty small. And they changed it back to radar indicated. So they do not believe this is on the ground.
Cycling.
Yeah, hopefully it hits Lake Michigan before it's done cycling. I'm gonna stop that for now.
Did you guys copy on that satellite?
I'm gonna look.
I hear him 3 times.
We're probably going to get north a little bit.
I see it. Believe on models that's your isolated supercell that crawls across northern Indiana. That could be it right there.
I was going to say that's going to be the Southwest Michigan area of concern there.
I mean, it might roll just down the border.
It might, yeah, depending if this is more eastern moving instead of a northeast moving.
Yeah.
Once this complex does reach Lake Michigan, we're likely going to end this stream, take a small break, and probably hop on Michigan Storm Chasers and cover the threat tonight for Michigan. Again, there is a threat for southern Illinois, Indiana, and also southwest Ohio for some tornadoes overnight tonight as well. We're going to focus mainly on Michigan.
On your current radar scope scan, there is now precipitation over Hebron.
Huh?
Right now, we're going to take the train, and then we'll go north.
Yeah, he's right. They're about to convect here in northwest Indiana.
Oh boy.
Hebron.
We're about an hour probably away from a Michigan threat, I'm going to say.
I'm guessing that's like the southern flank of that.
Yeah.
I just don't know where that's. I'm just going to look for their dots, honestly.
Hebron is northwest Indiana.
Hebron.
Yeah, if you were to go
be...
just south of Gary, you're going to see a little blip there.
Yep. Okay, I see it.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana. Am I the only person who knows that? Okay.
No, you're not the only person that knows that. I'm the one who I initiated it.
I thought you were trying to, and this reminded me, so.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were.
What is that from?
For me, I think it's like a popular song in general, but I used to watch, or not used to, I watched when I was a kid. I think it was like 2004, the movie called Music Man.
Yep. That's it.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, yep. There's your blip. Just popped up popped up on the K-Lot radar. Hebron.
Yep. So we're about probably an hour away from a Michigan threat here. Looks like we have some initiation going on as expected on that warm front in northwest Indiana. That's going to move into southwest Michigan.
That is what they're talking about.
Yep. So once this complex in Illinois crosses over the lake, we're going to take a small break, hop on MSC, and begin streaming there. So about probably another 20 minutes of streaming here, you think, guys?
Yeah.
Yep. Once this tornado warning gets canceled here, and
it looks like that could be strengthening. Looks like that could be strengthening back up there too, near Vernon Hills.
Yeah, we'll take a couple scans back. Maintaining. Looks like it's broadening out a little bit, but that's getting further away from the radar. Caleb's just chilling there with his flashers on his car.
I think he's been in the same spot.
I don't think he's moved. Somebody's standing in the middle of the road.
Michigan is for the most part all stable right now, aka capped at about the 900, 800 millibar level. So that's about a kilometer off the ground. Except for Southwest Michigan, it's starting to erode a little bit.
Hey, Joel, what is North Indiana looking like? Are those going to move into the area where the better synoptic?
Those cells in Northern Indiana are probably in the best environment right now.
There was just a special marine warning issued.
Yeah, I see that. That's probably going to be a Berrien County, Kalamazoo type of threat here in the next hour and a half.
Effective SRH. We'll look at that.
Good idea with that.
Can the cap break? Yes, the cap can break.
Our effective shear is all Michigan, Indiana border and south. Stronger is the more south you go. Bulk shear 0 to 3. Actually, not that great. Let me do.
It didn't really kick up until like 10 o'clock too. So.
Yeah, greatest shear is lacking a little bit to the south.
I keep wanting to look around on radar, but I'm the one with radar.
Yeah. 0 to 6 bulk shear.
We're gonna move east a little bit. We're up here in La Crosse, so we got a great east and west road here. We're gonna move east. There's starting to be more blips on radar than just what there is. So I think you guys should make your way up here if it's not too late.
It still says tornado warning confirmed on the storm in Vernon Hills, Lake Forest, Illinois.
Not mine.
Mine, it's still in effect. It says
it's still in effect, but it says radar indicated.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, mine it's pink again. It's still pink for some reason, which means confirmed. I don't know what's going on.
Too bad.
Annoying.
Maybe because they updated like the existing instead of actually like getting a new one.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't have an issue updating from red to pink, but when it goes from pink to red, just screw that. Yeah, so development Maryville near Valpo, Northern Indiana. It's gonna be near Gary here soon.
Check over by Van Wert. We have initiation just east of Fort Wayne as well.
There we go. So it looks like we have. I don't know if that is where the warm front is.
Yeah, that's right there by South Bend, draped from South Bend over to Defiance.
Indiana, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts is North Webster is not showing anything for reflectivity.
Cody and I are going towards Hammond, Indiana, trying to follow this.
No, don't you start. Don't you start yawning at only 9 o'clock.
Bro, I can't win tonight.
I've been yawning.
I can't
You guys
win
not notice me
tonight.
yawning?
Y'all are mean to me.
Yeah, that MCV, as the MCV works its way eastward as well, that's going to help break that cap as well. This is probably why you're seeing initiation begin, because that MCV is really starting to crank and get the low levels starting to.
Kind of interesting as things come together. So we're gonna head to Knox now. Probably Plymouth next.
I keep seeing questions about the cap, and the best way to explain it is, think of it like you have like you're cooking like vegetables in a pot of boiling water. You have a bunch of like when the water's boiling, you have a bunch of that steam trying to escape. We can consider that energy in this case, but we have basically that lid on top. It's keeping it all in, keeping it nice and steamed. That's basically what the atmosphere is. With when we say there's a cap, there's a lid that's preventing the atmosphere from becoming unstable above the cap. So, or I guess you say through the column, so the entire way from the surface up through the tropopause. So when you have that lid midway through, it's preventing anything from updrafts from growing upward and stuff like that. And you can still have updrafts, but they might be above that cap, and those would result in elevated storms. So you wouldn't have anything surface based, which means it would just be limited to large hail, and damaging winds and tornadoes are not as likely there. But once you take the lid off, all that energy escapes, and the entire column from the surface to the tropopause is unstable. Hopefully that helps.
Actually, Caleb, Plymouth might be a little too far east for right now. We're going to work over to Knox, and then Walkerton would be up next, just because I think these are going to have a slight northeast movement versus a due east movement.
They keep shrinking this tornado warning, which is good.
Yeah.
94. We got to zigzag quite a bit here, and we'll have time to adjust if need be.
Where are you guys at right now?
We're still right outside of Rensselaer.
Yes, this is on YouTube.
Oh, wow. Our first tornado of the night from Anawan, Illinois. There's now damage pictures up on Weather Nation. Or you could go and wait, let me look. Oh, they don't have a Twitter. So yeah, if you go to Weather Nation's Twitter account, they posted some damage pictures from Anawan there. It looks pretty significant, honestly. You could be looking probably at a SIG-TOR, that touchdown there. And we did see that with that strong signature earlier tonight.
Yeah, we did.
So I would not be surprised if they rate that EF2 or higher. Now, SIG tornado is anything EF2 to EF3. A violent tornado is EF4 to EF5. And again, they don't classify these until after the tornado is done, and they can go out and survey, which they won't survey probably until the morning. Most of Michigan is capped right now, except for extreme southwest Michigan, where the cap is starting to erode. The only place that the cap is gone right now is basically Chicago, which, as you can see on radar, there you go. There's your MCV, and then along the lake near Valpo, and then into southwest Michigan.
Gary, Indiana.
But we only have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now, and a observed tornado on the ground tornado warning in a far extreme northeastern Illinois. That is right where the heart of the MCV is at, which is basically where the low pressure is centered. So it's a storm rooted in the low, which
look at this
happen there.
Look at this reflectivity here.
You can kind of see the curl. There you go. Call that a meso-low MCV. Has a bunch of different names.
You can just see it wrapping around itself.
Yeah. This has already passed through Aurora, Illinois, Judy. They had a tornado, I think, on the ground very close by earlier, and that was in, what was the town called?
Is the cap going to break in Michigan anytime soon? We're not sure.
What was the town called? Batavia.
That's one of the hard. That's one of the things that's hard to predict is when the cap's going to break or if it will.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Oh yeah, no, that's okay. Yep, I see what's going to happen. I already know how this is going to play out.
Oh.
Yep.
What?
Those cells in northern Indiana. Look which way they're going. They're surface based.
Yeah,
They're
they're gonna interact with that. We're gonna have storm interaction in Southwest Michigan going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So those storms those storms are surface based, and that will allow the convective system off to the west to kind of catch up to them because they're heading due east.
We're gonna have interaction just north.
We're gonna have interaction probably over the lake. I imagine, and then more development will probably extend down here towards Rochester and Manchester, Indiana, as the night goes on.
Man, I'd be more Southwest Michigan from Kalamazoo down toward Coldwater is probably gonna be the best area here for storm interaction. When we have storm interaction on days or on nights like tonight, what happens when storms absorb each other? We can have spin up tornadoes happen, which would be the highest concern. So it looks like the highest short-term concern would be in Southwest Michigan there, where the complex over the lake is going to push and meet those storms crossing in Indiana. So that's going to be a concern here next hour and a half for Southwest Michigan.
I was just gonna say, lightning is now extending over halfway across the lake, so it's almost to the Michigan shoreline. Just to give you how far out the anvils are extending.
We have more development to the south of the line now in Joliet, so we should probably still look to switch here within 5 minutes or so.
Joliet.
Romeo. Okay, I'll shut up now.
And end stream.
There we go. For those of you who are watching and from Michigan Storm Chasers and would like to watch more out-of-state content, consider liking the Facebook page, subscribing to our YouTube. We'll be doing this more often in the future. But of course, our focus will still be on Michigan when Michigan has severe weather, so no worries with that. It's just an additional source that we're going to get information out to not only Michigan, but also to surrounding states, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio primarily. And if any of our chasers go state of the plains for, a week-long chasecation, so to speak, we'll cover it as well. But for the most part, consider liking the Facebook and subscribing to the YouTube channel if you'd like to see out-of-state content. But with that being said, we should probably look to switch here.
Get rooted with the low. That may help it in terms of life expectancy.
Cloud tops heights.
That Portage cell is about to go nuts.
Portage, Michigan?
No, the Portage, Indiana, Pike area. It's really exploding. It's going to meet that storm basically in Berrien County.
Gotcha. These cloud tops are up over 40,000 feet, by the way. Oh, well, my neighbors are swearing. That's good.
It's all good. We can't even hear them.
I'll show you swearing.
All right. With that being said, you guys want to hop off now, or do you want to wait just a little bit longer?
I think we're good. This tornado warning, I'm expecting to have that go away here soon. If
you are in Chicago, you do have a gusty wind threat for about next 20 to 30 minutes. But after that line passes, you should be in the clear. The focus then shifts to North Indiana, Northwest Ohio, Southern Michigan, as well as South Illinois, Indiana, and South Ohio. We have a tornado threat overnight tonight. But we're going to focus primarily on Michigan just because that's the immediate threat. We have Chandler joining us.
It looks like it's California, just north of Wabash, Indiana, too.
Oh, great. Now we're going to hear him 5 times.
Chandler, did you want to say something?
Hello?
Hello.
Did you pull me in?
No.
Yeah, you're in.
You're in.
I mean, yes.
Joel.
I just wanted to pop in and say that we're currently by that convection that's going up south of Gary. We're getting out east of it right now, headed towards the Knox, Indiana area, maybe Walkerton. We're going to kind of wait and see what it does, how it interacts with that QLCS coming over, and what it does once it hits that warm front. If we can get some convection to stay over land and not go over the lake, we might be in some serious business here.
Yeah, that cell over Gary right now is absolutely exploding, Chandler. When that interacts with that QLCS complex, we're going to have interaction, which could spin something up there. We'll have to watch that extremely closely.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're about to hop off here and switch over to MSC.
And he's gone.
All right.
All right, yeah. Let's hop
Do a
over.
Quick recap though on the warnings that are currently issued. Then we go. There's 3.
Go for it.
Currently, I don't have the radar pulled up, but there's still severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northeastern Winnebago County, which is on the Illinois-Wisconsin border, backed by the cold front. Issued for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-sized hail. Nothing too, a little baby storm. Nothing too crazy there, but it is severe. That looks like there's a spotted report of half-inch hail at least. And then we still have this considerable severe thunderstorm warning for most of Chicago metro area. For, I believe, what was it? Damaging winds, 70 miles per hour, 1-inch hail as well. Again, those cloud tops there are 45,000 feet almost. And then the tornado warning remains in effect. It's still confirmed on the ground. I'm sure they're going to cancel it here in a second. But yeah, that's the last one. It's just south of Waukegan right now. This will head offshore. It's associated with that MCV. So as that moves offshore, they'll cancel offshore. Sorry. It'll cancel it. So those are the only warnings right now, other than the special marine warnings. Everything else is pretty capped for the moment, except for within the Lake Michigan vicinity. And we will go ahead and cover more of that over at Michigan Storm Chasers. So if you don't follow us there, go ahead and give us a follow there. If you don't follow us here, give us a follow here. And that way you can be notified for future streams involving anywhere around the Great Lakes besides Michigan. So that's all I have to say. Nick's laughing.
I am laughing, yes.
All right, you ready to switch?
Yep.
Yeah, we can
All right,
end it.
sounds good. For those of you who are watching, I don't know if what Joel just covered. For those of you watching, we're going to be on MSC here momentarily. I had my headphones off, so I'm repeating information. I'm sorry. All right.
We're good.
All right. We're going to end it right here, guys. See ya. Stay safe.
Bye, everybody. We're still live?
It says we're still live, Ryan.